Good morning, everybody. This is the Oskar Quentin Show, where I take calls from the general public through TikTok Live or this phone number up here. If you're watching this after the fact on YouTube as a non-live podcast, you can find a pinned comment at the top of the comments below that'll tell you when the first oppositional call starts, as well as some more detailed timestamps and descriptions in the description below if you want to just hop around to the various calls, or perhaps some of your favorite callers, because we have some repeat callers. It's been an interesting go getting the number on the screen because, the idea is to just get some fresh callers, because at the end of the day, I miss the time when like half the people who requested to join the show were like actually just a Trump supporter, just somebody who's like, I think Trump is good for the economy. Because now it's like people who lie through their teeth about immigrants to achieve some sort of white Christian ethno-state. Like, that's how most of the calls go. How many, Jessie, who's in the producer's chair today, Jessie, what percentage of our calls that are actual oppositional conversations with somebody who supports Trump, what percentage of them do you think is just somebody who's seeking a white Christian ethno-state? Like, approximately, if you had to guess.
The actual calls taken, 60%?
Yeah, that's too many. And then the other 40 are kind of a mix of like
being in the bath.
Yeah, trolls, or like people who want to just like tell me like my teeth are bad, or that they want to murder my pets. Where the fuck are the Trump supporters? Like, his approval rating's in the shitter. But like, surely there are some remaining, right? But I've been talking about, we've got some travel planned. Like, we might have to do some street corner debates. This is it's hard to find anything but, as Nerdy's pointing out in the chat, trolls and rage baiters in the description. And I spend time talking to the trolls. I try to give them a chance. Oh, see, now it's doing this thing where it breaks us out into this other, here, I got you muted. Into this other format, which I don't particularly mind. I actually kind of like the framing that gives us.
You have to let that one in second.
Oh, because it does it the other way now. All right, so here, leave, and then we'll bring it back. See, Austin in the chat knows who I'm talking about. He says I'm a dingling. Here, I can disconnect you. There we go. Kick for the algorithm, right? All right, so then the other one will come in first, right? We want to do call in line first. Get that muted.
I'll mute myself.
Oh, you know what? I will unmute you so that you can mute yourself, so you'll have unmute control. We're still working on the tech stuff. For everybody who's wondering what we're sitting here talking about, this call-in account over here, call-in line, it's a pun. That's the account through which the Google Voice number calls are being piped in, which protects my Oskar Quentin account from anything bad that they might say when they're on the line. So that was the technical challenge that we spent way too long trying to solve, mostly because I've been busy and we didn't have time to make a big change. Can't see the signs, bud. Shit. I see, because for me, I feel like how is it?
My phone is the one that's the skinny one.
Yeah. How is it that it has to be damn near in the middle of the screen? I feel like everybody's watching the show through a window this big. It's crazy.
Wait, that's YouTube. Hold on. I'm thinking.
Let's see. Be interesting. This UI change about having everybody break out into panels. Like, I wonder if it's a setting I can change.
The sign is like literally so visible.
Well, I did just move it. Ren says in this format. Anyway, we do have we have Ren in the guest request queue. Stay in the guest request queue if you intended to be in there. But I'm trying these days to start with opposition. It's better for the performance of the show if the show hits the ground running with somebody who actually disagrees. Though I should take a moment to thank Garrett, who sent $50 to my Venmo before I even started the show today. He must have been watching a clip or something. No message, just rock and roll emoji. Thank you for the $50, Garrett. I appreciate you. I don't know what you were watching or listening to that convinced you to do that, but we got staff to pay and trips to go on and gear to buy and stuff like that, and I really appreciate you contributing to the show remaining possible, because it's remarkable that this works, that I get to spend my time doing this. It's pretty incredible. Ren is still here. I'll say hi quickly. If they intended to be in the queue, which I know they're friendly, so maybe not. Good morning, Ren. How are you?
Good morning. So what is happening is, because all of these boxes are taking up and cutting off that right side of the screen, it's cutting off the left side of the screen to compensate. So that's why this format is cutting off the sign and the
Gotcha.
numbers.
Well.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you want to send me a screenshot, somewhere, that'll give me an idea what I'm.
See it on mine.
Oh yeah, on yours. Let's see. Let me see on Jessie's phone.
Particularly on Android, I've noticed.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, they sprung that change on us without any warning, so we'll get it figured out as we always do. Thanks for the heads up.
Are you still streaming technically like through a phone? Like technically?
No, I'm on a computer.
Okay, because there's a setting that you can change this format. You might want to play around with those format buttons.
Yeah, I'll check it out. But for now, we're just gonna see if we can get calls. Appreciate you.
For sure. Y'all have a wonderful day.
Let's see. Chris B says, quote, staff to pay, LOL, you're in an apartment bedroom, LOL. Dude, Chris, get your bitch ass in the queue and say that shit to me with your voice. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Do you not understand what staff is? Do you not understand? Like, do you think I should have bought a more expensive office? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck are you talking about with that bullshit in the chat? Why is it that we can like have a show where the goal is to talk about politics and it's all just like vibes where like that guy's fucking upset about the room I'm in? Like what the fuck, dude? Like what is wrong with you? You still here, or did you just like say something mean and move on to the next stream? Like, you know, we have like meaningful education time where we like get down these like seriously nuanced rabbit holes about interesting stuff, and then there's like trash talking, and I have to be good at both for this show, but it's just like all trash talking these days. Lavender says, but they literally have nothing else to stand on. Chris is saying that Chris is bringing shame to his name. Just like staff to pay. Like God forbid my show require more hours of labor in a day than I can supply myself, so I pay some other humans to do it. I thought that my opposition was really in favor of job creation, but like, no, they're gonna Yo, Chris B, you're still in the fucking chat. Get in the request queue, dude. Like, I'm not gonna respond back and forth. Here, you've got live privileges. Get up here. Come talk to me about it. Show. Quote, show. Tell me what you think a show is. Chris is fucking jealous. He's a jealous coward who's not going to come up and try to defend his bullshit thoughts about this being a show. What is a show? People are watching, dude. He doesn't need to request up. I invited him. He's a runner. He's a track star, a runner, a troll, and a coward. That's all that's left. Because there's just like aren't. Yeah, like, here, can we use some of their terms? Maybe try to be creative enough to not get us harassment and bullying flag, but Lavender says that that's beta behavior, Chris. I don't think that beta behavior is like all that. Oh, we got some spam. Yeah, let's just block that account. Goodbye. I saw it the first time. Let's talk to Rice Pudding. Let's see if Rice Pudding is a Trump supporter or a troll. Hello, how old are you?
Oh, sorry, I clicked by accident.
No worries. Appreciate you. SGH, smiley face. Am I going to be making a smiley face? We'll see. SGH. Oh, see, now that's frustrating. Why is it putting them in the bottom box? All right, they're gone. We're going to talk to you. Y-O-U.
Yeah, what's up?
How you doing? How old are you?
26.
26. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Voice sounds familiar. Did I talk to you the other day? Yesterday or the day before, maybe?
No.
Why did you say in the chat that I look Jewish?
You do.
What does that matter?
Like the nose, the hair, everything.
Speak up, dude. I can't understand you. You're mumbling.
The nose, the hair.
Okay, but why does that matter that I look Jewish to you?
Just saying.
Yeah, I'm asking
Like,
why.
You're offended by it.
What?
Why you offended?
You're offended?
No, you.
Dude, I don't feel like you're trying to be heard. Can you? There's a lot of background noise. You're
I'm saying,
mumbling.
why are you so offended by saying you look Jewish?
I'm just asking why you came to this live, saw me, and thought, I'm gonna put in the chat that he looks Jewish. Like, I don't go to a live and be like, oh, this dude, you look black, or like, what, you know, like, why?
Because you're not a Sigma male like me.
Oh, can we see what you look like?
No.
Sounds like you a bitch.
No. At least I don't look faggot.
Oh, you're gonna slur and run? Didn't like the heat, had to make sure that I have to kick you for the rules. What a bitch. Blake's World. I'm gonna see if they're something other than a troll. Hello, how old are you? He's in the bathroom. Pretty sure that's a friendly in the queue. Pretty controversial username in the queue, but thank you. Not looking for friendlies. Guys, I want to talk to a Trump supporter. Somebody go find one and put them on the phone. Dude, you are still telling me that I look Jewish? Like, I'm just going to block you, dude. You're a troll. Like, I don't care if I whittle down my viewership by getting rid of all the trolls watching. I don't give a fuck. I don't value your presence here. Tara is here. Did they mean to join? Hello, how old are you? I don't think Tara meant to join. Hello? Nope, gonna disconnect. Banhammer for the U. Just like, oh, by the way, everybody, I'm not even a little bit Jewish. Like, I just don't, because it's not important to the discussion with that troll whether or not he's right that I'm Jewish. I think maybe if we'd gotten him farther in the conversation, that would have been more fun to like spring on him at some point. Not even a little bit. But it just shouldn't fucking matter. Like, that's really what it is. Because, like, you know, Israel's in a lot of trouble right now. The IDF's in a lot of trouble right now. But that's just that's not the same thing as Jewish people. Certainly not the same thing as ethnically Jewish people, who are often also not Jewish. Like, religiously. Not important. He's gone. I banned him. He's not listening.
Like Jake Lang.
Yeah, like Jake Lang. Jack sent $5 to say Oscar looks like Brad from Rocky Horror. Is that an insult?
Not at all.
Okay, good. Thank you. Lucky Phil sent $5 on Buy Me a Coffee. What's his message today? What is he starting us off with? That Sigma male had the cutest girlish laugh. T levels non-existent. Yeah, to use their language, right? I think it's hilarious for him to tell me that I look like a beta male and that he's a Sigma male, and then to not turn on his camera. Like, fucking case closed, bitch. Like, for fucking hell. That's it, man. Like, I don't want my job to be trash talking, but I liked when my job was like 25% trash talking. That was kind of fun. Now my job is like 75% trash talking, and that's like not super fun.
Y'all did kind of clock him on the Rocky Horror Picture Show reference.
Oh, you know what? I'll take it. Yeah. Dude's got Clark Kent vibes. All right. I'm not mad, XX. We'll see if I can make him mad. That's not the intention. I hope we can have a friendly conversation. How old are you? Nope. Didn't mean to join. Abe Froman.
Oh.
Is that a known caller? Hello. How old are you?
22.
22. Do you support Trump?
Yeah, and I was wondering, Oscar, how many wieners can you fit in your butt?
Why are you wondering about that?
Oh, I was just curious. It's something that's always on my mind. I was just like, man, I know.
Depends on how big they are, buddy.
That's actually a great answer. I fucking love that.
Yeah, all right. Do you support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Fucking A, brother.
Oh, he's in the car. You gotta kick him. He's in the car.
Oh, okay.
That's a blinker.
Oh, yeah. Turn signal. Yeah. Try coming back when you're not in the car and also when you're not a bitch. Fucking man, they just all want to know what I look like naked. They all want to know about.
Actually, literally said it's just always on my mind.
I
was like, damn.
No, what's on your mind? Me having butt sex. That's what's on your mind.
You gotta pay for that, buddy.
That's fine, dude. Like, I don't judge. That's cool. You know what? Like, for somebody who broadcasts my presence on the internet every day, I am the object of many people's sexual desires. I'm not offended that I'm also the object of your sexual desires. It's just not relevant to the conversation. I'd like to talk about Trump.
We gotta call. Sorry.
Oh, we got a call on the call-in line? All right, yeah.
Muted.
All right. Linktree in the bio. OnlyFans is what that guy was looking for. There's not an OnlyFans in the Linktree in my bio, I promise.
Yet.
All
right, pushing through.
Welcome to the Oskar Quentin Show. How old are you?
30.
30. Do you have a Bluetooth device connected? You're a little bit muffled.
No, I do have a flip phone though, but I have a headset here. Let me put that on. See if
Let's give that a try. Let's give that a try.
It's a wired headset.
Yeah, that should be okay. We'll see. Who has a flip phone? That's kind of a flex these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick.
High school.
Yeah, it is kind of a flex these days.
Absolutely.
I switched to my flip when I got out of the hospital because it was better for my mental health.
Hey, that's good. That's good. Do you support Trump?
I don't. I have a little bit of a friendly opposition for you. I have a hot take I want you to yell at me about.
All right. I'll take the hot take and move on because I want to keep the line open. But you can let me know what the hot take is.
Okay, so I see the rising gas prices, and as someone who rides an e-bike, there's a part of me that I don't like that gets very excited about it because I feel like we're seeing the death of car culture.
Okay, yeah, I can take that hot take, but I'll let you go so I can answer without you on the line.
Yeah, I got it.
All right,
I got it.
thank you.
Appreciate you. All right, my take on that, I actually have like something of a formulated take on that because we can expect over the next 20, 50, 100 years, like just kind of the next lifetime, basically, that gas is going to get more expensive to the point where it's not reasonable for people to use it for everyday leisure activities like driving to the park instead of walking to the park. And the cost of fuel to transport goods in ways that depend on fossil fuels, like using conventional combustion engine vehicles or other things like that, it's just going to be growing as a cost. So one of the like we're necessarily going to run out of fossil fuels eventually. We're not actually going to mine it all. We're going to get to a point where mining the remaining fossil fuels is so economically inefficient that it just doesn't make sense to do, and the last of it's going to stay in the ground probably. And that's okay. So when I see rising gas prices, generally, I'm okay with that happening over the course of decades or whatever. And Terry is asking in the chat, did he say car culture? Yeah, I'm a New Yorker. I like the idea of pedestrianizing Manhattan. I think that individual use vehicles are not good for a place like Manhattan. I live in Minneapolis, and I have supported some recent murmurings about uncarring some of downtown Minneapolis for the same reason, namely Nicollet Mall as a starting like test. And I think that that's good. So I can say that the trend is going to be that gas prices get more expensive. I can look at the creeping up of gas prices that's going to happen over the next few decades and call that a good thing for weaning society off of combustion engine vehicles, both for personal and commercial use. But that doesn't mean that like a big local spike caused by a war is a good thing. Just because there's something that's going to happen in the 21st century that involves rising gas prices, that doesn't mean that any particular rise in gas prices is necessarily a good contribution to that trend or necessarily a contribution to that trend that's happening at the right speed. Because ideally, we want that to happen slowly so that the businesses that depend on combustion engines and other uses of petroleum products can slowly make their adjustment year over year instead of having to catastrophically change their business models suddenly, which is what people have to do when gas prices shoot up like crazy because of a war or a strait closure or something like that. So emotionally I'm with you, but I just know that like I can look at it and say that it's not like like the current spike in gas prices is not a positive change in terms of that trend. I can also separately say that like even when I was broke, I was voting for increasing the gas prices with higher gas taxes because here in Minnesota, like construction is such a unrelenting, like, Sisyphusian chore to just keep the potholes fixed and keep repaving the roads every few years. So I always vote for an increase in the gas tax to get more effective construction done here in Minnesota, even if it's going to hurt me at the pump, because I just really value like the roads being built well. So Machete's saying electric cars are just better, but if gas suddenly became $50 a gallon instead of $5 a gallon, we wouldn't have enough electric cars to go around, and even if we did, people couldn't afford them. So instead of that, I want to see a gradual increase in gas prices that's correspondent to the fact that they're less, that it's like harder to drill for in a way that's useful. But potentially some of that increase in the price will be quelled by a reduction in demand if more and more people use electric vehicles. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the gas prices won't just keep shooting up, and like maybe technology will catch up faster, and the thing that gets gas out of use will be a lack in demand as opposed opposed to a lack in supply that increases the prices? These are questions for the 21st century. But yeah, I'm with the caller in that emotionally, like my heart's not broken to see gas prices creep up, but my heart is broken to see gas prices shoot up suddenly. Let's talk to
me.
Your controls.
Yes.
Okay, Jessie.
We
have another call. Okay. Jesse's in charge. Holy shit.
I keep putting my mouse on the call-in line profile. It keeps moving it away. It's almost like I'm doing this on purpose.
It's almost like I'm paying you to do what you're doing right now, and I should just let you do it.
Just a thought. All right.
Machete's saying we can just have EV car culture, which I think is
all right, I lied.
better.
It says we could not complete your call. Oh, just kidding. It's because it's ringing.
Proletariat says I'm using the wrong TikTok layout, and I hate it. Somebody tell me how to change it.
All right, hold on. Pushing through.
Hello, welcome to the Oskar Quentin Show. How old are you?
I am 37.
37. What's your name?
Joe.
Joe, are you a Trump supporter?
Absolutely not. I just wanted to call in to say two things. Number one, I don't know why they're commenting on your looks because you look like a fucking hero to me. I saw the video of you taking the stuff to the face and, milking your face or whatever. Well, maybe not the right words. Anyway, and number two, how do I get more involved locally and stand up like you? Because you're a well-spoken person and you're getting out there and being an activist. How can I do that? I don't know what to do. I'm also in the midlife crisis right now, getting out of alcohol and all that stuff. But how do I, the common man, how do I go and do half of what you do? I want to stand up for this country as well because it's bullshit what's happening right now.
All right, we're going to kick you to answer the question so we can keep the line clear, but stay tuned.
Yep.
Yeah, first of all, thank you. That's very kind of you.
Answer a little bit slowly because I think it takes them a second to get back to the app.
Oh, sure. To answer your question about how to get involved, it matters so much where you are, because if you're in a small town, you might be the first foot forward in terms of showing that the public doesn't like what's happening. You might be the first person to go step on that street corner with a sign and wave it at traffic to let your neighbors know, hey, you aren't alone if you're upset about what's going on. But if you live in a bigger city like I do, it's probably a matter of going out and finding those people. You'll find Facebook groups for bridge brigades. You can... It depends on the city you live in, but maybe it's the subreddit for your city where that stuff is really active. Start looking. Start Googling around for activism groups in your neck of the woods and get connected with those people. And I'll just tell you from experience that if there's nothing for you to find and there's no work, there's no work from somebody else to benefit from, and you're the one to start it, you won't be standing on that street corner long before you make a new friend. And you guys can be the group that gets started in your community if you are in a smaller community. Because if you're in a bigger community, I promise you there are allies to find. It's just sometimes you have to go looking.
Reddit is actually not a bad place to look.
Yeah, Reddit has become a shithole in terms of national news. It's really horribly biased and censored by the admins of Reddit as a whole and their advertisers because they're not privately owned anymore. So there's a whole Reddit has become really, really shitty in terms of some of the things I used to really care about Reddit for. But it's a little bit like how mainstream media is really shitty, but the local news station generally does pretty accurate reporting. It's kind of like that on Reddit, where the local subreddit for your city or town or state or whatever might actually be a pretty interesting message board of people who really care about what's going on locally. But that's going to vary city to city because it just comes down to who is getting on there and posting stuff. So go looking, start poking around and make some friends, because it's miserably lonely being concerned about politics in an environment of people who aren't. Anyway, we ready to move on? I should read donations. That is my job. Kronos is here for $2. He said, I need a homophobe to call in so I can do my jokes. I do like making the homophobes uncomfortable. Kronos sent $5 again to say, I asked and I received. I want to know how many you can too, Oscar. Like I said, man, it depends on the size. Grim sent $5 to say, who else is sad that Peter Cullen died yesterday? Oh, I don't know who Peter Cullen is. Do I? Is that a face I'd recognize? Is that an actor? We've lost some good people this week. The wrong 80-year-olds, as people keep joking.
Voiced Optimus Prime. Canadian voice actor, so this one hit our Canada folks.
Let me know in the... We got you and I. I'm hoping for opposition, because I will just keep reminding everybody today, I'm really looking for oppositional calls. I would really like to just find somebody who believes in Trump. Doesn't seem that hard to ask. Hello, how old are you? I don't think they meant to join. And I think I forgot some donation avenues like Lucky Phil, who sent $2 on Buy Me a Coffee to say, why are MAGA so obsessed with gay sex? Repressed much? Projecting much? Go get fucked. Legit. You might not be so uptight. Yeah, fucking dude, if you think about gay sex that much, give it a try. And then you can assess whether after giving it a try, you spend more or less time thinking about it. That's my recommendation if you're that stuck thinking about it. All the time, unrelentingly calling into TikTok lives to talk about it, to ask questions about it. Dude, sounds like you're curious. Jonathan? There we go. How old are you?
You're freaking crazy. You need help. I would suggest checking into Laurel Ridge.
Can you turn that off and talk to me?
Hospital.
Hey. Yeah, okay, goodbye. Not interested.
No, because those are the Trump supporters that I actually want to hear from. Like you are sick in the head. You do not know.
That was like a soundbite. That wasn't him.
What?
I don't really know what that's from, but I've heard it before. That's a soundbite from something.
Oh, it sounded like a soundbite from my parents.
Yeah, he just played that and ran. I mean, that's the thing. It's like sometimes somebody will call me a bitch or yell at me for like 5 minutes, and I'll just be like, "Hey, man, are you tired yet? Like, let's hello, are you done yet? Can we talk?" Because like I've had interesting conversations that have come after like 10 minutes of nonsense. Some people say like, "Oh, just hang up already." Sometimes it's because we're getting somewhere, because nobody's ever left them on the line that long, so they just like find themselves like tuckered out on being mean, and then we get to learn some interesting things about them. Lucky Phil sent $2 more to say, sing to the Folgers theme song. The best part of waking up is Kronos in your blood. And then it's a eggplant emoji and a peach emoji.
Disturbing. Will said friendly, stay out of Oscar's box, and that made me laugh.
Stay out of my box. I only want people who hate me in my box.
It's a lot to dissect.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it just ends up being fucking butt jokes and nonsense when it's just Oscar has so many boxes. They're like, I do. I have 6 boxes. Why is only 3.5 of them are showing on the YouTube stream? How do I fix this? How do I make it go back to the way it was? Where do I settings?
But you can see me now.
Settings, moderators, scene transition, video. I don't know. Scene transition? No, I don't need a scene transition. What do I need? I need layout. Where's layout? Live goal, multi-guest. Here's multi-guest, but settings. Here we go. Ooh. Change layout. Here we go. Fixed layout. What do I want?
Right, turn that off.
Turn off fixed layout?
Yeah.
Well, if I save that, what happened? Oh, there we go. Fixed it. Cool. Yeah, TikTok does a thing where every now and then it'll...
Fixed it?
What?
I said you fixed it?
We, the staff here at Oskar Quentin Studios, we fixed it. Every now and then TikTok will like push an update, and it will just like randomly go into the settings in some menu I've never been before and flip one of the settings from yes to no or vice versa. And it's just like, okay, so now I need to go digging to see what has changed. Blaze has been a member for 2 months over on YouTube and used their 2 month monthly member message, tongue-tied, to say, so when are we getting that OnlyFriends/fans? Dude, if I make an OnlyFans, I'm going to put the silliest non-risque stuff on it. It's going to be like, I don't know, like, I'm going to buy retro computers and video games and restore them and put the videos of that on my OnlyFans. If you want to...
Lame. Show us your butt. I'm just kidding. I don't want to see that.
Oh. The chuds do. I mean, like, clearly, if I put my butt on an OnlyFans, it would that's how I would get MAGA callers. Is I would pull from the people who subscribe to my OnlyFans, because clearly they're all just concerned with me being. Wait. I don't think we can show that on the screen. I don't think TikTok likes the. What are you doing?
You can't show that?
No, they don't. It's risky even saying it. We gotta not have the text on the screen.
Did you read the text?
Oh, only flans. I still don't want to. I don't want to tempt the algorithm. Fun meme, but I'm vetoing it. All right, hold on. Let's get back to the queue. Do we have any callers?
You wish.
I do wish. Like, I'm standing here like, hello, Trump supporters. Come tell me what the fuck is going on. Here, let me do it, Jessie. My controls. It's slow sometimes. Staff, are you a Trump supporter? Stay in the queue if you're a Trump supporter. I'm going to start asking before I accept, because I do appreciate the friendly drive-bys, but I will just remind everybody watching that I prefer that the friendly drive-bys happen in the second half of the show. Big Daddy Dean -NDTT. What is... We'll see. Hello, how old are you? No, goodbye. Weirdthots 8. I think that's a troll. I think that's a troll that we've talked to before. We'll see. I'll give him a chance. People, my memory for callers, like who's who, is so bad. I give everybody a chance pretty much. Hello, how old are you?
44. Yeah, we've talked. You blocked me on other accounts and your simps come into my live. Getting mad that I talked to you.
My what?
Your simps. The low IQ illiterate betas.
It's such a fast way to make me think you're pathetic to speak that way. Why do you support Trump?
Because pussies like you block me when I embarrass you on your own platform.
I don't think that's true. I think you supported Trump before any of that happened. I don't think that's like a real thing you're saying to me.
I know. I support him even more now because of it.
Yeah. So let's forget all that bullshit that I just don't care about that. I don't care about how fucking repressed and upset by us you are. Why do you support Trump?
I'm not repressed. I love every day of my life.
Why do you support Trump, dude? Like, that's the fucking question. Why do you support Trump?
Because his first term was successful, even in spite of the Republican trading against him.
He's currently president for the second time. Why do you like what he's doing right now?
Well, I don't like Iran screaming death to America, and the Ayatollah has been a dictator for how long? And
dude, Donald Trump has given them
they should be gone.
Donald Trump has given them the dildo with which they're ass fucking us. Like why? Like, how on earth can you support what he's doing in Iran? They hate us more than ever. The people of Iran have more reasons to join terrorist groups and fight against us than they ever have before. We bombed a fucking school, dude. They've got the Strait of Hormuz and our global oil market by the fucking nutsack. Like, they are fucking us.
How much oil do we get from this strait and from Iran?
It doesn't matter what oil comes from, because oil is fungible.
No, it really does. Fuck with, because it determines.
Do you know what the word fungible means? Do you know what the word fungible means?
Do you know what the word zero import
Do you know what the word
idiot?
fungible means? I used a word, and if and the bigger person thing to do would be, oh, I heard a word I don't know. What does that mean? Can we make sure we understand what we're talking about? But now you're diverting away from it. Yes or no? Do you know what the word fungible means?
No. What does a woman mean? Please teach me.
No, dude, I'm not going to let you pivot away from that to some bullshit. Fungibility just has to do with whether or not a particular good is unique, or if it can be.
I was asking with your.
I'm not accepting your fucking pivot, dude. I don't give a fuck about the fact that people so pathetic as yourself need to ask questions about dicks to avoid the fact that you don't understand something important like fungibility. Dollars are fungible. If I loan you $1, I don't need the same dollar back. I just need a
new word, you little illiterate Nazi pussy.
I'm teaching you a word you don't know, and you are interrupting me instead of listening. Why are you doing that?
No, you're fucking all spreading Vagisil going off the deep end, dude.
Yeah, you're just like spouting nonsense. Okay, did you hear me? What is fungibility? What does fungibility mean?
I don't know. Please teach me. I want to see how this goes.
Okay, let's try again. Dollars are fungible because I don't need the same one back if I loan you one. $1 is $1. If I borrow a $10 bill from you, you're not expecting the same exact serial number $10 bill back. You don't care if it's a $10 bill or if I Cash App you or Venmo you or something. I just need to give you any old $10 back because dollars are fungible. Whereas if I loan you an antique fishing pole that my grandfather owned, I want that exact one back. Do you understand that? That's non-fungible. That's unique. Fungible just means exchangeable for other equally similar goods. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Nah.
Okay.
Fungible so when we get zero fungibility from fucking Iran, you idiot.
No, the reason I brought up fungibility is because you asked me how much of our oil comes from Iran or from the Strait of Hormuz specifically, and what I'm pointing out is that because crude oil,
it's not fungible. We get nothing.
Global oil. the global oil market, crude oil as a commodity is fungible. It doesn't matter which crude oil it was, unless it's from Venezuela, actually, because their crude oil is kind of shitty. But in general, on the global market,
where does Iran give all their oil to?
I'm not letting you pivot away from this. You asked me where Iran's oil goes. You're asking me that again, and I'm saying it doesn't matter because of the fungibility. You're not engaging with my point, dude. It doesn't matter where the oil goes because the amount of oil available.
Economy, but I don't know economy. Trust me, bro. Dude, this is too funny. You idiots can vote. Damn.
Why does it matter? Where a specific barrel of oil goes if oil is fungible?
Because when we get a majority of ours imported from Canada and always have been and always will be, fucking Iran doesn't mean shit when they get 0%
That's false.
of us.
That's not how supply and demand works. Because of the fungibility of oil, it doesn't matter where anybody's
when
particular.
I have no demand, bitch. You supply nothing. I pay you nothing. My dollar goes nowhere.
What are you saying?
It's saying a non-existent variable has an impact on an existent. You're a fucking idiot.
No, dude, you don't understand basic economics.
Do you know what a variable is? Do you want me to teach you what a variable is?
I know what a variable is, yeah.
Don't fungible in your shorts, buddy.
You're just like, you're arguing with me like you're a fucking 6-year-old, dude. Like what? Do you think you look good in this conversation?
I figure you guys like little kids. You want to talk about my genitals? You guys are good at that.
Stop bringing up genitals, dude. We're talking about the global oil market. Why do Republicans always bring up genitals when we're talking about stuff they don't understand? Like, why do you just default
to talk to toddlers about their dicks? Don't do it, you fucking pedophiles.
I'm talking to you. Are you a fucking toddler? You're acting like one.
This must be daycare because I got you. Corner, little boy.
I don't even know what we're talking about at this point, dude. Like, you're not making any arguments. You're not making yourself look good. Like, you're making Trump supporters look like the pathetic, sad group of fucking trolls that I've been describing them for the 37 minutes that I've been live.
You idiots. All they gotta do is push you off the
Answer the fucking question. Why does it matter where somebody gets a particular barrel of oil if oil is fungible?
Because the cost cannot be dictated if they have no controlling variable.
The cost cannot be dictated if they have no controlling variable? That doesn't make any sense regarding my question. Why does it matter where a good comes from if that good is fungible on a global market?
Because if we don't get it from them and we get it from a non-OPEC governed country like Canada, while they are, it doesn't matter.
Does the source of a particular barrel of oil matter when we look at the effect on the supply or demand of oil in a global market?
Yes, it does, because apparently Iran is only attacking Democrat states because you guys have saw the biggest.
What are you talking about? What do you mean Iran is only attacking Democratic states? What states are they? Like, what do you mean?
The dumb shit's only paying more, you fucking idiot. Go look at EIA.
What is your argument?
That you guys are getting butt fucked by your climate change bullshit, shutting down refineries, refining drilling abilities, and that's why your Democrat states are getting raped. But blame Trump, guys.
Turn your camera on if you want to stay on my show, you troll. Hello? Oh, yeah, you.
This is what a man looks like, you fucking pussy.
You care what a man looks like?
You want to talk? You want to talk?
Yeah, I remember you. Oh, God, dude. Why do you care so much, dude? Like, why does it matter to you what a man is?
We all can't look like...
Why are you so insecure in your personhood that you care what a man is? Like, why is that important to you?
You're the bitch asking me to turn my camera on because you got bodied publicly.
I don't think I did. Yes or no in the chat. Did I get bodied publicly?
Yeah, you did.
Yes or no in the chat.
Gets by Michelle every weekend.
Wait. I have a visual guide to what he was talking about on the variability of things. Word soup.
Oh wow, that's a great contribution, Zygote. Go put them fries in the bag.
Yeah,
you're doing a great job,
dude. Okay,
you just hit me with some Gen Z slang.
You did, yeah.
Oh,
dude, like why? Like you still haven't really answered why you support Trump, because your concerns about the global oil market don't make any sense because of the fungibility of oil.
First term, Alan Keller.
It's the second term. It's 2026, buddy. Wake the fuck up. I don't know if you have memory issues or what, but we're talking about what he's doing right now.
Why did you vote for Donald Trump, you fucking idiot? That explains why I voted for
I didn't
him.
say why did you vote for him. I asked you why you support him. Now.
Oh, because I'm looking at it right now. You guys are running for the razors every 5 seconds.
What do you mean? What does that mean? Running for the razors?
I think you
I
know
don't.
what it means.
I didn't shave this morning. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, when they bring up how many millions of illegal immigrants, obviously you guys aren't going to last that long. They need to replace the vote.
What? Dude, I think you're so brainwashed that I don't even know if I would call what you speak English anymore. Like, you don't know what these fucking words you're using mean.
Is anybody in chat able to translate? I'm lost.
Somebody in the chat, just tell me what the fuck this dumbass's argument is. Like, I don't understand what he's trying to tell me.
Here. I'll speak words that you understand. Durka Durka, free Palestine, men can be women.
What's your argument, dude?
Did that help?
Free Palestine.
No, that didn't. I mean, it solidified my opinion of you.
Yeah, you dumb shit sure freed Palestine. You sent a bunch of their children and their women up to Allah under Biden, and you're going to vote for it again.
You're just pivoting over like around to random shit instead of engaging intellectually with the things I'm saying to you. Like, does it make your dick hard to be like this on the internet? Like, are you jerking off under the table right now? Like, what the fuck is this? Is this your fetish? Like, why are you like this?
Why are you thinking about me jerking off, you fucking moho?
Okay, so it's not sensible to bring up somebody's genitals or sex acts in a conversation about politics?
No, you're legit thinking about me masturbating on a live platform. You're fucking queer, dude.
Does that make you a queer then for doing it first?
No, I said stop talking to kids about their genitals, you fucking perverts. That's what I said. You're openly thinking about me stroking myself.
Why are you like this? What happened to you? When did she leave?
When did who leave?
I don't know, dude. I'm just trying to figure you out. Like, why? Like, I can't imagine.
When was the last time you touched pussy since you touched yourself last night?
Monday.
I feel bad for her. She's definitely happier with the other guy behind your back. You probably say, "Hey, good morning, beautiful," every morning, don't you?
Why are you like this, dude? Like, what happened to you?
Are you unkind to the women in your life?
Do you speak this way when you? Do you speak this way?
Like
do you speak this way to people in person?
Oh yeah, I do.
How's that going for you?
And when I don't get pepper sprayed, when I hit them, I don't cry like a queer and act like a tough guy and post a video about it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you want to get maced and compare how we reacted?
I've actually been maced because
I'm sorry, unless you show me a video about it, I'm not going to believe shit. You want to... The number of people who told me that I was a bitch for behaving the way that I did after getting maced half a dozen times the other day is fucking adorable, you fucking keyboard warrior ass pussy. I'm not...
I know, it's fucking...
Go out there and do something if you want people to think you're the type of person who goes out there and do something, dude. It's not going to fucking work on me. I don't give a shit.
Bitch, why are you like this? Mustache. You ain't got enough testosterone to run your mouth in front of me in public. I would fuck you up and your haircut.
Oh, you'd fuck me up for speaking my mind?
Oh, no. I would wait for you to make a move, and then I would rock your jaw, you little pussy.
Big tough guy. Can we get some strong arm emojis in the chat so he feels better about himself?
Look at you. Are you getting your antidepressants off camera?
No, just my cord got a little loose here. Jessie, would you give my cord a jingle on the interface over there? I'm only hearing this douchebag through one ear.
Which cord are you?
The one on the left.
Oh,
I heard if you take your 15 booster, that might...
Yeah, keep doing that.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there we go. What'd you say, dude? What are you talking about? Pick a talking point, dude. Let's try something. Let's have a fucking conversation about something.
Well, you already failed on oil import. Do you even know why our oil went up?
I'm not interested in discussing oil with you unless you answer the question, why does it matter where a single barrel of oil comes from if oil on the global market is fungible?
Because if we don't get it from the territory that's being bombed, they can't dictate because they don't export.
No, but even if we don't get the oil from them, they can reduce the amount of oil that goes other places, and that decreases the supply on the global market, which increases the cost for everybody, regardless of where they're buying it from.
How much? And hence why I asked you, where do they send their oil, which would affect us?
I'm asking you to explain to me why it matters.
You're fucking stupid. You can't even answer basic questions.
You're demonstrating you don't understand the most basic economic principles by telling me it. And then you make sounds like that instead of actually engaging with the fact
Literally what you just did, dude. You didn't.
No, I asked specifically why it matters where any particular barrel of oil is going. If any oil being taken off the global market reduce. Oh, here we got a guest violation.
What?
Yeah, he got auto removed. A guest in your live has violated our civic and election integrity policy. Wild. I don't even think he did that. Repeated violations by our guests may lead to restrictions on your live access to multi-guest features. So I think that we're gonna have to probably do.
So wait, it auto kicks for
No, that's a more serious violation. So we have to restart.
Wait, it said no, but it blamed your guest, not
no.
you.
But I got a guest violation warning for having him up.
It said if it happens again, it may affect you.
Right, and we don't want that to happen again during the same live. That's the risk, so we have to restart so that if it happens again, it's the first strike instead of the second. That's why we do it. So if you're watching on YouTube, you don't have to do anything. If you're watching on TikTok, we'll be right back. And I'll read the donations on YouTube right after we start, and then I'll go into other donations after that so people on TikTok can get back. There's 600 people watching on TikTok. I would appreciate it if you all come right back. We're only going to be offline for like 10 seconds, but that's the type of shit that we're dealing with. Jason is correct in the chat that it's like 2 strikes equals a ban. So if we get a third one for having a bad guest up, then we'll potentially lose live privileges. So I don't know. He didn't even deserve that one. But I mean, like, what a fucking sad creature that pathetic piece of shit is. It's unbelievable that people like that exist.
You didn't answer about the variability of his alphabet soup argument was.
I don't know. I'll see. I mean, yeah, people are saying in the chat there's lots of reasons for him to get a violation. I just don't think election integrity was one of them. Like that to me was kind of nonsense. Anyway, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere on TikTok. My profile picture is going to be on your screen in just a moment. Just click on that, wait 10 seconds, hit refresh, and then once you see the red ring, you can click back into the live.
Don't touch it, dial. Keep it right where it's at.
Donald Trump definitely raped a bunch of kids with Epstein. Sue me, Mr. Trump, if you don't think that's true. I just like to say that when we're not live on TikTok. Sue me. I'd love to see what we see in Discovery if you sued me for saying that you definitely raped a bunch of kids with Epstein. Fucking come at me, bro. All right, we're live again on TikTok. Let's see if we can get back up to that 1600. But I'll pop over to YouTube chat and I'll give some love to Elusive Viper for sending $2. You need to pioneer the only chud space. I certainly do. I think that'd be very funny. Blaze sent $5 to say expects but instead gets informative computer repair. Yep. Vito Blazer sent $2 to say caller may actually have a cognitive disability. Yeah, every time I see that guy's face, I'm just like, oh, dude, you like got right. Like what is wrong with that guy?
He didn't earn himself a ban from Weirdthots though, so stay tuned.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he did. He's not really he gets the viewership up because he's so confrontational. Like a caller like that, I'll just talk to him for 15 minutes to bring the viewers on TikTok from like 500 up to 900 and then kick them and move on with the show. That's all I'm doing, everybody. I don't actually give a fuck about talking to that guy. Chrono sent $2 to say it's because the closet is where they run to hide. Horsepower Pull-Up sent $5 to say it's really sad that this is what MAGA thinks is a good debate. Debates aren't comeback competitions, and even if it was, he would have lost. Well, that's just it. It's like they think it's a trash-talking competition, and they lose anyway, declare victory, and run. It's fucking ridiculous. Brando's Metal sent $2 to say drunk at 10 a.m., lonely, creepy, and unemployed. Athena sent $5 to say caller was probably maced when he essayed someone because there's no way he hasn't at least attempted it. Probably. Kronos sent $5 to say the only one that's fucking up Oscar's jaw is Katie or me. Damn, the one day I sleep and the callers keep summoning my gay ass. Yeah. Anarcho Heathen sent $5 to say this guy is more than welcome to step up to me. I deal with violent drunk patients on the daily who are more coherent than him. Yeah, I've also dealt with lots of violent drunk people. I've got more experience with that than the chuds would guess. Lucky Phil sent $2 on Buy Me a Coffee to say who invited Eeyore. The guy did kind of sound like Eeyore. And then over on Venmo, Sandra sent $5 to say I'm pro facial hair. Might make MAGA jealous and call in to attack your looks more. They are really jealous of your smile and the strength of character. Love to Raven and Jessie, badass women.
Tom Evanstead's already been arrested at the state fair.
For what?
Trying to hijack the political booth, I guess.
Fucking hilarious. We'll be doing a state fair day for the show at some point here. We have to get that scheduled. Fuck Tom Evanstead. He's a rapist. And I offer stands, Tom. I will buy you pet food for your cats because that you can't afford to feed.
He can't see you. He's in jail.
All right, damn. Julian sent $2 to say, of course the freezer temp IQ chud sack with no knowledge of economics is the one calling us illiterate. Also, the red states overwhelmingly are paying more for gas. Blue states are subsidizing their broke asses. Yup. And Julian sent another buck to say, this chud is laughing at his own brain-dead toddler babble. Fitting considering how much people like him love children. Dude, he like so flipped the script when I brought up his genitals. Like he fell right for that trap. He fell for the hypocrisy. David sent $5 to say, all of Weirdthots videos are him inside his house. He doesn't go outside. He's an incel agoraphobe. Credit to him. He definitely photoed in once with his camera on while he was on a hike somewhere. He does do some outdoorsy stuff. Just, for the sake of transparency, we don't need to tell any fibs to make that guy look like shit, but he does go outside sometimes. Jack sent $3 to say Oskar looks like Greg Peck from To Kill a Mockingbird. Again, I also don't know if that one's a compliment or not. Joseph sent $5 to say, I bet that guy has a bunch of friends in real life. Yeah, maybe. Infectious Bites sent $10 to say, for this closeted twat that doesn't understand world economics. Yeah, it's like you think that you can just hurl an insult when you're asked an economic question if you don't know the answer to it. Max sent $1 to say, Weirdthots sounds like the kind of person who doesn't wipe his own ass. Weirdthots sounds like the type of person who smells his hand after he wipes his ass. Oh, fuck. Anybody in the TikTok queue? Nobody. Oh, we got the. Which one am I supposed to add first? Which one do you use for producer cam?
Oskar Quentin 3, so add Colin first.
Colin line first, okay.
Sorry, I'm actively looking for matching shirts to wear with my friend to Jane Remover. He's gonna wear gay son and I'm gonna wear thought daughter.
Love that. Ah! Mute! Get them muted! I hate the sound of my own voice. That's not true. Be a wrong job if I couldn't stand the sound of my own voice. It does get annoying. Very, very happy to be paying somebody else to do the editing, so I don't have to listen to myself all day. Anarcho Heathen sent $2 to say he sounds like Andrew Wilson and looks like him. Total brain dead Trump supporters. $5. Thank you for the $2 and the $5. Anarcho Heathen and a user. And then Nick sent $5 to say Ben Shapiro School of spewing bullshit and claiming you won. Yeah, it's just like pathetic. It's just like I'm sitting here begging for a Trump supporter to have a fucking conversation with me. But I'm gonna keep saying that. I think I just fucking scared him away. Like I'm too good at dealing with their bullshit. Let's see. Do we have any Grumple Gusses in the chat? Let's see. Somebody was saying he wipes his ass barehanded, probably.
Somebody said mutiny.
Mutiny.
Get it? Because I couldn't mute.
Doodle raid. What good timing. Right after the restart. All right. Rocket says nobody supports Trump anymore, and I'm inclined to believe him. Because, like, seriously, what's going on here? Where have the Trump supporters gone?
Let it be known anyone from Jacob Ekman's stream that little Sal Pal is confirming I'm the superior Jessie. You need the context of watching Jacob Ekman.
What do you think would happen if I turned on start virtual camera and we went live on Facebook? I have 100,000 Facebook followers.
Do it.
Do it? Are we?
Do it.
Give me a do it in the chat if we want to try to triple stream.
Let's go on Facebook.
It's gonna be like the bros in the bathroom. We're gonna try to triple stream.
Otherwise, I could start calling relatives and I can destroy my familial relationships.
Do it. Okay, the chat's saying do it. All right, so this is gonna get complicated, but I think I think we can make this work. All right, let's open.
Am I still a premium member on Facebook? I think I might be.
You know what, Jessie? I got you on that $5 if you need to renew your membership.
I'm not seeing an uneven amount of dollars in my paycheck, so I think the $5 is getting omitted.
Yeah,
make it up by buying.
You're gonna have to sue me for that $5. All right, hold on. Let's try this. Let's just see what happens. All right.
No test broadcast.
No, we're just gonna fucking send it.
Full send or no send. Oh, right. My computer is closed.
Start virtual camera. OBS virtual camera. All right, that's working. That's looking great. This is gonna work. Here, Jessie, you yap with the chat for a moment. I'm gonna use the restroom really quick.
We got a call 2 minutes ago from somebody with our area code.
Well, I gotta pee, so I'll be right back. But do you wanna mind things for a moment? Yeah. Alrighty then. We're gonna go live on Facebook. We're gonna see if that makes a difference for the show.
We got. Normally he puts someone up on the panel, so I'm not forced to like speak. You start to forget how after you've been told not to speak. So I'm just kidding. I'm just gonna sit here and start rumors about Oskar. He closed the YouTube chat, which is where my friends are. Nope, that's just not it. Come back. We're gonna talk about Spider-Man had a rap show last night, but I didn't go. I'm sorry, my friends were playing in a garage and I had to go watch my friends play. I have been to this garage venue more than once, and every single time it has been the best music I have ever heard in my life. I was so happy last night. Thank God you're back. He's just trying to get a good screen cap in.
Alrighty then. We're gonna go live on Facebook. Let's see what that does for the show.
Oh, somebody said they love my videos. Thanks, let the Wookiee win. I'm glad you guys are watching me make a fool of myself and put holes in my wall. We can get a cam on the TV that never made it up.
The Oskar Quentin show. What are we, 129 today? 129. Call in.
Enormous TV in the kitchen. It looks like a reflection.
Support Trump. Call in if you support Trump. That's going to be the description. Okay, wait, hold on.
People who follow me.
Save that. That's public. Yeah, this should, okay, wait, hold on. For sound though. Oh, but here's the question. Can I, are they going to be able to hear everything? That's the problem. Does desktop audio pass through to Facebook? Because if it doesn't, I'm going to Google it really quick. Facebook, live streaming, include desktop audio. Must use, you have to use broadcasting software like OBS. Fucking seriously?
So can OBS only handle one at a time?
Well, it's that if I go live on Facebook, it's going to be, it can handle the video coming out of OBS, but it's only going to hear our microphones. It's not going to hear the callers. So that's super frustrating. We'd have to like restart on OBS and like set up a multi-stream. Facebook for seriously just not including an option to have like, see, this would take like actual troubleshooting. It would make the show boring for 10 minutes because I could try to set up an audio source that is both the analog input that we're both talking through and the desktop audio mixed together. How frustrating. Analog 1 and 2. Yeah.
Okay.
They're saying do it. They're saying
Copy the server URL and stream key and then paste them into OBS.
no, because we'd have to set up a multi-stream on YouTube, like on OBS, so we'd have to like shut down the OBS stream and start over. Let me see if I can create an audio mix that is both of the things that we need. So like that one there, and then this one. Sorry for the dead air, everybody. I'm just
Welcome back to Oskar's Tech Support. Oskar's Tech Support, the best place to watch one guy really confused but not being able to see what he's doing. Just observe his facial expressions and the reflection in his glasses, and maybe you too can be equally as confused as we are. Oskar's Tech Support.
Okay, I can turn these down because I just want one of these.
I'm just going to start reading everything on the screen. Man, multi-channel. Mute. Bus gain.
Okay, I think let's just
that was my Goblin Bags impression. Thank you guys for noticing.
I need to get some background audio playing so I can tell which channel it's on.
I'll get on Facebook on my phone whenever you're ready.
Yeah, when we go to test it. But if we're just like not getting callers, like we just need to start streaming on other platforms because we have defeated all of the fucking MAGA trolls on.
But they are alive and well on Facebook.
There are certainly Trump supporters on Facebook. That I know to be true. All right, let's listen to our own stream. Yeah, when we go to test it. But if we're just like not getting callers, like we just need to start streaming on other platforms because we have defeated all of the fucking MAGA trolls on. Yeah, that's not coming through on this mixer. See, like there's part of me that would almost prefer to like end the show early today and figure this out so we can just do it tomorrow because we're just not getting callers and I'm just not going to sit here for 4 hours and like, I mean, it's fun. Like I like talking to the chat and everything. Kind of becomes members only stream. But if we're just genuinely not getting. Do I have VB audio installed? I have voice meter, but how do I mix microphone input with desktop audio? For everybody just sitting here wasting time with us, we are trying to figure out how to get Facebook streaming and get all the audio sent to Facebook so we can add a stream source to just hopefully get some more callers. But the way it is set up on default is Facebook will only listen to the microphone and not the desktop audio, which is such a silly lack of feature for Facebook. So I'm just trying to make an audio mix that includes both so that people on Facebook can hear everything. Voice meter mix microphone with desktop audio. Desktop audio as, here we go. Navigating to your settings and put the input device. Windows sound. I don't know. Okay, yeah, so there it's not. Oh, do I have to like change what the output device is to send it? Or can I just, because that would fuck up everything else and I don't want to do that. Nope, not those. Because I don't want analog, I
wonder if there's like a way to like personally invite. Maybe we can get like one of those FM radio, AM radio hosts to come hang out.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean like if we could call into like one of those like MAGA Chudley radio shows like while we're on the air? We do have a phone number. We could just like make phone calls to places. Yeah, interesting.
I just don't have something that can pick up AM radio, but that's something I could go buy at a pawn shop for like not much money.
Yeah, no. We could do some
Oscar cold calls. Yeah, literally though.
We could do some. Okay, so we have virtual inputs. How do I change what the source of the virtual inputs are? Because I want one of them to be. Right, wait. I want that to be desktop audio. Oh, I see. That's going to be. I'm so confused about what it wants me to do to get desktop audio sent.
I want to call anybody who's saying the thing about the state fairs, right, or the state fair right now, because I saw a post by a insane woman and then followed by a post by WCCO saying that Minneapolis police sent out letters, physical letters to Somali. Could I say that word?
Somali what? Gangs?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about gangs.
And let me get my air quotes going.
And make sure you're close on the mic. You're probably not getting the peak.
Somali gang members to ask them to leave the state fair alone, which I commented, source. I can't believe WCCO is doing this rhetoric as well. Because it's like, you have their addresses, Minnesota police. Like, it's just like the whole point of it, in my personal opinion, of spreading this rhetoric is to keep any Somali people from showing up at the state fair, because now if they do, they're going to be like assumed to be troublemakers when they're just, you know, residents of the state that they're going to the state fair for, you know? So, yeah, super hateful rhetoric kind of going on around the state fair this year. And like I said, WCCL reported on it, which I think is just bananas. And I would like to call literally anybody who was doing that rhetoric and just ask them, like, okay, prove it. Like, prove it.
Okay, I think...
look at...
Yeah, I see people are sending me solutions, but here's what I think is going to happen. I think I'm going to read the donations, and we're gonna end the stream and with the goal of restarting the show at noon, which is 54 minutes from now. Because I want to go live on Facebook, because I'm tired of doing the show every day and not getting callers. Like I think in the last week, how many actual debates have we had?
Wait, hold on. We still have 2 missed calls on the line.
Yeah, we can take those. We can see like maybe that'll salvage the show for today. But if we're just like not getting calls, I think I'm gonna back out and say, here we go. Lucky Phil sent $2 to say, best to get another device to play stream as use as sound and send that to Facebook. There's a bunch of ways to solve this. The issue is like I'm aware of ways to solve this. The issue is not being able to solve it without stopping the streams. Like we could probably keep the TikTok one up, but it will just be me sitting here troubleshooting for a while. The YouTube one will have to stop. I'm pretty sure. Well, no, we might have to restart everything to get different audio channels sent. But I mean, it's just not worth our time to sit here and do the show if nobody's calling. So I think we should spend show time today just figuring out how to make the show work in a way that people get calls.
Let's try these calls really quick.
Yeah, let me read the donations, and then we'll take we'll just go from there. Like, for all we know, we can get a call on the call-in line that will just, you know, stay on for 2 hours and we can talk. Anyway, David sent $5 to say, all of Weirdthots videos are him. Oh yeah, I already read that one. Thank you, David. Did I read Mac? I did, but I didn't read Amanda. Amanda sent $25. Thank you, Amanda, for the $25 for getting to see Jessie's beautiful face. Oh, I guess that one was for you.
Thank you.
And then already read on there, and I'll go over to Cash App, make sure I didn't miss anything there. I did, because Jack sent $1 to say Oscar looks like Mandark from Dexter's Lab. Think I know that one. And then over on YouTube Super Chat, Kronos is back for another $2 to say, W Jesse's good night. Glad you had fun for us both. Yeah, Kronos, get some sleep.
Yeah, Kronos, go to bed.
Herschel sent $2 to say classic MAGA pivot to trans people in the end. Yeah, just start freaking screaming about trans women if you don't want to answer the question. I think that's a thing they teach in the debate schools. If you don't like the question you were just ask what a woman is, as though it's some big fucking gotcha.
No, you got to say it like they would in the schools. If you don't like what they're discussing, you can always bring up trans people. Because liberals don't even know what a woman is. So if you feel stupid talking to a liberal, just ask them what a woman is. And then you'll remember that they're stupid.
I see that the Proletariat knows Virtual Banana. I might hit you up in the next hour if we do go offline. So definitely stand by, Proletariat. Light Blinded Fool sent $10 to say, I bet the only MAGA left is on MySpace where they can rank their friends. And Amaranthia, thanks for sending 5 gift membership. That means there's 5 more people who get to be in the members only stream that we do Sunday evenings. That's fun. For $2, y'all need a Facebook mod? Does Facebook do mods? We are going to need Facebook mods if that stream is at all successful. So definitely stand by, everybody, on that. Bibblesby sent $10 to say, I remember an evening show debate with Aaron Ravine, but I can't find the VOD. Am I crazy? Love the show. I think that one's up. We do have like some work to do in terms of getting all those in a playlist, because some of them are re-uploaded VODs because the sound was bad on the live and we like fixed it and re-uploaded it, and then some of them,
I think there was an issue with that one, and that's why it didn't.
Oh yeah, and then some of them are just the live streams stay up, so we need to make a playlist of them, and it's totally possible that an episode or two have slipped through the cracks, but it's on. We've got some production stuff that we're a little bit behind the scenes here, which is why like those sorts of things are kind of backburnered right now. So all of the episodes will be like curated and put into a playlist, hopefully sooner rather than later. But that's the sort of thing that when I say there's lots of shit that we need to do behind the scenes that like takes up a lot of time and it's hard to prioritize these things, and there's just so many things that certain ones have to get kicked down the road. That's the sort of thing that I'm talking about. Because there are about 20 things like that are on my plate. So very sorry if you're looking for that one, but it is very much on the to-do list to get those dealt with. Do you want to push a Google Voice call through, and we'll see if we have a show today, or if we're gonna have to go offline and try to get live on Facebook or Twitch or Kick or something to get some new callers. Let me know when they're pushed through. Pop back over to the live chat on YouTube so I can see what people got to say.
All right, pushing.
Oh wait, you're on the Oskar Quentin show. How old are you?
I am 38.
38. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, sir.
Why is that?
Well, I just think that he was the best choice out of what we had. Okay. And I think he's doing great things for America. And he's making sure that Americans, citizens, get what they deserve.
Do we deserve the economy to be suffering in the way that it is?
Well, the economy suffered under Joe Biden for 4 years. The economy suffered under Obama.
Hold on. There were some things that were pretty economically difficult in the first half of Biden's term that we knew were coming because of the way that both Trump at the end of his first term and Biden at the beginning of his only term responded to the pandemic. And Biden did pass a lot of legislation that addressed that, which is why we were able to get that crazy inflation rate down, and why so many of the economic figures that I'm concerned about with Trump right now were so much better at the end of Biden's term.
Okay. I mean, I would have to look into that a little bit more before I rebuttal. But as far as I'm concerned, from what I've seen with my paychecks, I own a business and I work for myself.
Okay.
And basically, I've been able to keep a lot more of my money. I've been able to give away less to the federal tax pool, which is great because less government is better government.
Hold on. Are you judging how well the economy is doing for 350 million people in this country by judging how your life and your business are going?
Yes, of course.
That's fucking insane. That's crazy talk. Why are you doing that?
Why are you swearing? Do you have to get aggressive?
It's my fucking show. I can curse if I want.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's fucking insane.
My sales have been up 30%.
Yeah. They could be up 300%. I don't care. I'm just saying you're one person. How are you going to tell me that Trump is doing a good job for the economy when there's 350 million people in this country about whom there are economic figures that show that on average the economy is getting worse for almost everybody? I don't care if it's getting better for you.
Okay, that's fine. All I know is that I know tons of people that I've talked to across the board in many states.
Do you know 350 million people?
Doing a lot better.
Do you know 350 million people? Because economic data is about everybody.
Do you? Do you?
No, but I don't trust my own sphere of influence and what I can see out the window. I look at economic figures that measure how life is doing for everybody.
Okay, well, I live by what I see and what I hear and what I talk to other people. I don't have to listen to the media or
you're gonna have a really small you're gonna have a really small worldview if you only consider your own perspective on something so big as a country with 350 million people.
I just said I talk to other people. This is not just my perspective.
But you can't talk to enough people to get a clear picture of the economy.
Well, I can talk to enough people and do enough research and look at the actual data. To get my own
look
opinion.
At the actual data. You said you're looking at the actual data, but just a second ago you said that I shouldn't be looking at the data because it's like liberal mainstream media or whatever bias something. I don't know. I don't even know what figures you're talking about.
I said I can. See, this is the thing is that you get me on here. I start to talk to you about my truth and what I believe.
I'm not interested in your truth. Yeah, it's silly. I'm not interested in your truth. I'm interested in the truth.
Okay, and what is the truth then?
That the economy is doing poorly.
350 million people are suffering and everyone's going to
No, that's not what I said. Never said that. No, I didn't say that. That's black and white thinking. What I said very specifically was that on average, the economy is worse for those 350 million people. On average, that's what I said. I didn't say anything about healthcare.
How do you think about that? What do you think about this? The normal person who gets Social Security gets an average of $1,800. The normal illegal who puts in any type of applications or tries to get any funding or any money for them, they get close to $3,200 a month.
The normal what?
Does that make sense to you?
The normal what gets 32?
Normal illegal alien.
You're suggesting that the average illegal immigrants are not eligible for those types of benefits at all.
Oh, well, they get them.
I need a source. I'm going to open I'm going to open Google, and I would like for you to tell me the words that I have to type to learn that what you just said is true, that illegal immigrants are getting an average of $3,200 in benefits from which program did you say it was?
I'm just saying across the board, the averages from what I've read is that Social Security recipients get on average $1,800 a month.
Okay, right. Social Security. Illegal immigrants.
SNAP,
illegal.
EBT, and will you let me talk?
Okay.
This is becoming pointless. This is becoming pointless for me because I actually wanted to call in and have a good conversation. I'm asking about what you just said. You're literally just trying to attack me. You've been swearing. You've been crass with me. So I'm going to let you go.
I'd like to Google your claim. Please stay on. That. Please. What do I Google? What are the words?
A difference between EBT, WIC, any type of government assistance.
Okay.
What is the average person trying to get government assistance?
Do you want me to type the words any type of government assistance into Google? Is that what you're asking me to do?
Look up the difference between what you get versus Social Security and
speak slowly and clearly.
Benefits, government handouts.
Please speak slowly and clearly and tell me the exact words
How about you speak slowly and clearly?
Please tell me the exact words to type into Google. I already did.
What is the difference in reciprocal income, or what you get, what you receive from the government versus what you get on government assistance versus Social Security? People get more money?
Hold on.
That have not.
Excuse me, sir. The Google search term is what is the difference in reciprocal income, or what you get or what you receive from the government versus what you get from government assistance. Is that the Google search term?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So, let's see. The first result is from census.gov.
Or you can make this easier. Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to make it easier. Your claim is that illegal immigrants get more in benefits than citizens. Like, what even was it that we were on?
What I was saying is that I'm glad that people in America that have been putting money into the tax pool, the Social Security pool their whole lives, are getting what they deserve versus illegal immigrants or people that are over here.
You listed a bunch of programs. You listed a bunch of programs for which illegal immigrants are not eligible, and I'm not really understanding how this Google search term is supposed to help your claim here.
My claim is that they get more money in government assistance than people that have been putting into Social Security and the tax pool their whole life.
How do where is it going to show me? Okay, and the Google search term that you told me to type in order to research that is, what is the difference in reciprocal income, or what you get or what you receive from the government versus what you get from government assistance?
Sure.
Okay, so the first result is from census.gov. It says program income and public assistance. It's an article that says program income includes income from a variety of sources such as Social Security payments, unemployment compensation, and VA benefits. Public assistance includes cash and non-cash benefits. Here, I'm actually going to just Control F on this webpage, and I'm going to search for immigrants. This page doesn't feature the word immigrants. Do you think I'm looking in the right place?
Maybe. I mean, it's one of those things that's going to be hard unless I have to sit and search for the articles and all that stuff. I'm just saying this is supposed to be more of a panel and us talking about it. And you're like sitting here like, I need facts. And I'm like sitting. Are you telling me what my show is supposed to be? No, I'm not.
Yeah, dude.
Definitely not Pierce Morgan, that's for sure.
I ask everybody for facts, dude. Like, you're claiming that illegal immigrants, like, you've been lied to. If somebody told you that illegal immigrants get that type of benefit, they're not eligible for those programs.
Then how are they living in our country? How are they getting money? How are they staying?
They work jobs.
How are they paying rent?
They work jobs.
They work jobs. Okay, right. How do they get that job?
By working under the table somewhere, by working for somebody who's willing to employ an illegal immigrant. Okay, so like we could. Right? I don't like that that's the state of affairs. I think it's a problem that there's so many illegal immigrants. I'd like a solution to that problem. But the claim that you made is that these people are like getting twice as much in government benefits as citizens. Who the fuck told you that, dude? Like, that's made up. That's just not true.
No, you can look at the numbers and you can sit there and be like, okay,
what numbers?
Let's see. You're getting, so I would have to get them for you, buddy. And I'm not going to do that right now because I'm talking, and to be honest, I have to get back to work here.
Dude, I'll be straight up with you. My job is to ask people that question. I sit and ask people that question 4 hours a day. Nobody has shown me those numbers. I've been doing this for 6 months. Nobody has shown me those numbers.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, congratulations.
Are you going to call back with those numbers?
When would you like me to call back? Tomorrow?
10 to 2 Central Time, literally every day. Weekend, week, doesn't matter. 7 days a week I do this show. 4 hours every day.
Sweet.
I have been begging, please
cool. Well,
show me the numbers.
I will compile the data and I'll call you tomorrow morning and we can go at it.
Yeah, and by the way, you are totally welcome if you want to Instagram would be my preferred inbox, but any of my inboxes is fine. Okay. If you send me a whole mess of links and stuff, like, we can look at them together. Like, I can
do that. I'd rather just send you the sources.
No, I do need the sources.
Send you just a bunch of random shit. I'll give you the sources. That's fine.
That's great. Pickles, thanks for the raid. I'm just. I really look forward to it.
No, that's cool. And you being out here and asking these questions and bringing people to the table is great. I think it's fantastic. Because there's so much misinformation, there's so much bullshit in the media as well as everywhere. I think it's pretty cool what you're doing, and that's why I wanted to call in.
Yeah, I just really do think that, like, straightforwardly, sir, the claim that you bring me is one that's like so amazingly obviously made up that, like, I am genuinely curious what convinced you that that's the case. So I really look forward to it.
I'll dig it up. And hey, guess what? If we talk and we come to a conclusion or an understanding or anything like that, fucking awesome. Because you know what? I'm more of the middle ground when it comes to, the both sides, if you will. But yeah, I think that honestly, the country is better off in the way that it's headed versus the way that it was going. And I honestly think that by the end of the year, a lot of this stuff that's been going on is going to turn around. I'm not for, going and bombing other countries and doing all that crazy shit. Okay. Like, this whole Iran mess is a fucking disaster. If there was one thing that I could mark Trump for being a fucking crazy lunatic, is that.
I'm glad we agreed there. Again, like, when this thing about illegal immigrants, like, I'd like to give you something else to chew on as you maybe go on a research journey about some of this stuff, which is that I consider the historical perspective of what I think is happening with illegal immigrants right now, and the concerns that I have around what conservatives are doing in the government right now is a pattern of behavior that we've seen throughout history from some problematic governments. And one of the things that governments that do these sorts of things that I don't like tend to do is to pick a group of people who aren't particularly equipped to defend themselves and blame them for the problems that the elite in that system are causing. And I see that when people complain to me about what the illegal immigrants are doing, I, as somebody who's reasonably educated about the economy and history, says, yeah, that's the billionaires. It's the corporations that are doing that. It's things like giving, like, voting power to corporations through their donation to politicians. Like, things like that is what's causing these economic issues for people. Blaming the illegal immigrants, or immigrants generally, is kind of silly, and the math just doesn't really back it up. So when people call, like when you make this call to me, what I'm sitting here feeling like is like, all right, this is a person for whom the efforts of these elite to scapegoat the illegal immigrants for the woes of the economy has worked. Like, that's worked on you. And it is my day job to get people to try to convince me that there's numbers anywhere that suggest that they're right about that. But every reputable source about this suggests that I'm right, that the billionaires are the reason that 60% of people in this country live paycheck to paycheck. one particular billionaire, Donald Trump, is responsible for a lot of the things that are happening in the economy right now that by the books are problematic for a lot of people. Things like something you should care about as a business owner is like the number of domestic manufacturing bankruptcies that there are under Trump's current administration, the tariffs and all the chaos in the economy that they've caused, and the global fuel prices increasing because of the war are all things that have really hurt American companies, American employers. Right. So I just, for me, I've been trying really hard to find somebody who can show me why they think what you think about the effect of the illegal immigrants on the economy. And I just keep coming back to, yep, this is the billionaires blaming a bunch of people who lack the tools necessary to advocate for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, that's a valid point, both things can be right in certain situations. I'm not saying that billionaires aren't responsible, but
it's a logical possibility that both could be going on. But I'm just saying that I've seen zero evidence that your side of it is what's going on.
Right. So what do you think about this? So we had a housing crisis, past couple of years. It's ridiculous how much people have to pay to get into a new home. Mm-hmm. Do you think flooding the country with millions of immigrants and giving them housing, do you think that affected the housing market?
Yeah. That's actually one area where there's like a grain of truth to it, because the cost to the housing market for an influx of immigrants of any kind, whether they are illegal or not, is that in the short term there is a shock to the demand for housing that the supply can't keep up with, because you can. It's easy to increase the demand for housing. You just need more people in the country, which we've seen. Because I'm happy to admit that there was a lot of illegal immigration in the second half of Biden's term. That, as a matter of fact, did happen. And then on the other side of that, the housing is what's called supply inflexible, which means that it takes a while for the market to react and increase the supply. So there is a short-term increase in the cost of housing that's caused by an influx of immigrants, illegal or otherwise, that I'm willing to go like, all right, minus 1 point for like my argument, but I can still weigh that against their effect.
It's not a minus point. It's
a point in your favor. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. It's a piece of the puzzle, but it's a piece of the puzzle.
It's not a point in my favor,
Well, it is that
I'm not trying to get points. I'm not trying to get points here. That's the thing is like
you brought up a way
discussions. That's why I call in.
You brought up a way in which illegal immigrants do have a negative impact on the economy for people in this country.
Well, that's what you were asking. So that I wanted to bring that up and just see what you thought about it.
It's a short-term change, though. In the long term, they have a positive influence on the housing market. And what we saw during the second half of Biden's term was really unusual, because it had a lot to do with the pandemic, the fact that so many people chose to illegally immigrate in the second half of Biden's term. So that I think that shock was going to happen regardless of who was president. We're going to have to deal with that. So that's just one thing where if you look really close to the ground, you end up in a situation where it's like, all right, we can say that they've had a negative impact on the housing market within the context of these couple of years, but we just have to weigh that against everything else.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So, like I said, I have to go because I'm currently working. I'm at a convention in Toronto right now. So, Speaking of which, the trade war, it's just like, dude, come on. Like, we really need to be like pushing our allies away from us right now, especially with like the onset of China and Russia, becoming more of a superpower than they've ever had before. I just want your take on it. I'm just interested in what you think, because I don't know if it's like a geopolitical like position point that he's trying to get, or like I don't know where, like what he's getting out of this. Like what are we getting out of it?
With Russia. I was mildly distracted by the like bombing there's a certain caller who's in my queue and the whole chat's freaking out about it. I'm sorry. Ask your question again. I was a little distracted.
No, you're good, man. It's just about the trade war. It's increasingly getting more hostile. And I'm just curious as to what your thoughts on it are, because I think the last thing we need to be doing right now is alienating our allies.
Gosh, I am so sorry. One more time. I'm just selecting a couple people to mute because they're spamming my chat. Are you trolling
me right now?
No. My account's getting like bombed. I will stop looking at the chat and give you my full attention. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine, man. Hey, if something's going on over there better than what I'm saying, by all means, No, I'm just saying the trade war in Canada going on right now.
Oh yeah, I mean,
why? No. But why? But is it a positioning tactic? Is it? I mean, I just don't know what we're getting out of it. It doesn't. It's just not making sense why we're pushing away our allies when Russia and China are getting more and more powerful. And
I agree with that.
It's just weird. It's weird.
Yeah, I think that he's I think that he's just being strong-headed for no good reason. Like the fact that he's in a pissing contest with Canada is not good for the economy. Right. And I actually think it's pretty bold of Canada to fight back as hard as they are. Like their retaliatory tariffs are kind of them are basically them saying we'll take the economic hit in order to say that you can't negotiate with us like that. So I'm kind of in favor of what Canada's doing. But it sounds like you and I maybe agree on some of these aspects with Trump, and that sounds to me like that's one of them.
Well, yeah, and I just want to say this for the record before I go is that, you know, a lot of people think MAGA and Trump supporters and everything, they all think that we're just like cultists and we just follow whatever. And that's not the truth. You know, there are a lot of reasons why we voted for Trump, and there are a lot of reasons why I almost didn't vote for him. So, you know, I just would love if a lot of the middle to left side would just settle the fuck down and just literally just stop coming at us like we're just some fucking radical hate group or something, because it's not true. You know, just like how a lot of liberals or Democrats, they're not crazy leftists, you know, and it's just frustrating to me, you know, like me and you probably don't see that, you know, close eye to eye on a lot of political things, but we can sit here and have a discussion and not hate each other.
No, and that's why I'm looking forward to
get back to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I really want to see what you bring me on the customer.
For sure. So,
I don't think I caught your name.
Get done tonight.
What was your name? I don't think I caught it before.
Josh.
Nice to meet you, Josh.
Yeah. Nice to meet you too, buddy.
All right, I'll let you go, but I look forward to hearing from you tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you. I'll hit that tonight, and I'll shoot you a message on Instagram, like you said.
Sure thing. All right. We can let him go, Jesse.
All right. Good. Yeah. Good luck with the rest of your callers, and hopefully your chat calms down a bit.
That's okay. I'm actually pretty excited about this next call. I just got distracted by all this callers' supporters in the chat. My bad on that.
No, you're cool. Well, anyways, enjoy the rest of your day. Nice talking with you, and I'll chat with you tomorrow.
Catch you later.
Quick, before he gets back. Oh, why are they so angry at us? We're only taking away their human rights.
Oh, yeah. Also, I think it's adorable that taxpaying American supporters are saying like L host in the chat before he's even on the call, as though he's so important that I would kick an actual Trump supporter to talk to his trolly grifty ass, which we'll do in just a moment after I read some of the donations. I have to do my own trolling and grifting. 7 sent $2 to say don't forget to like the show over on YouTube. Appreciate that. Jazz Baron Crab has been a member for 3 months and used their monthly member message to say Buddy is crashing out over not being able to spew his unsubstantiated bullshit. It's kind of interesting. He had like a crash out at the beginning, and then he was like, okay, wait, hold on, this guy's not offended that I'm crashing out. He like reined it back in. So we'll see. I hope we hear from him tomorrow. That's going to be exciting.
Oscar's audio is crackling?
My audio is crackling?
Hold on, let me leave the room and listen.
Weak audio. Interesting.
Are you sure it's not just his awful vocal fry?
Okay, hold on. Go listen on something else. I'd hate to have to restart. Taxpaying Americans here. I definitely want to. Everything is crackling.
Let me check out YouTube.
Is it because the call-in line wasn't muted? Did it just go away? Hello, test.
No.
It's good or bad? Bad? Oh man, what a shame. Tax-paying Americans here. I want to make sure that I could. I'm still talking. I'm looking through my troubleshooting apps. I'm not seeing anything on the waveforms that would suggest that it's.
Yeah, might be the cable.
Give the cables a jingle on the interface.
Well, the problem is like with my computer in the way, I have to like have the keyboard too close to the cables.
Unplug and replug the mic. We can do that. All right, there we are. They say it's the mic. It's only when I talk. And it sounds like typing. Oh, we're back. Oh, okay. Unplugging and plugging it back in. I bet that the phantom voltage was gone. Look at that. All the spam for helping me deal with the audio problems probably helped with the engagement. David sent $5 to say, guys, calm down. The guest clearly has the authority to curse, and Oskar does not. It's that simple. Thanks for the gifts. I saw them rolling in during the previous call, but I didn't want to interrupt.
I'm glad you want to bring up real tax-paying American, but there's still someone in my queue.
Well, hold on. Hold on. It's back again. So what's going on now? Man, we are having all kinds of tech issues today.
Am I crackling?
Oh, unplug yours and plug it back in. You know how to disconnect that. There's a switch on it. There you go. All right. Is it back? Is it still there?
Am I crackly?
Because I can hear monitoring in my ears, and it's not crackling in my ears.
Both at the same time. Both of us are crackly. How bad is it? Is it like intolerable?
Yeah, I don't know what's because the sound is at least getting into the interface without crackle because I'm hearing my own monitoring just fine.
It's the interface.
They're saying power through, and I would wager. Let's see what's going on YouTube. I bet it's fine on YouTube. I bet this is a TikTok side issue.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's really bad. Oh, what is going on? It's both of you guys. It's getting worse. What is going on? I don't want to have to like reboot like everything. I wish I could hear it. I'd have to. It
goes through the Scarlet, right?
Yeah. I mean, we could unplug the Scarlet USB in the back to reboot it, and then we'll either get audio back, and if we won't, and if we won't, we'll have to restart the stream. So just go unplug that USB cable that's in the back of the Scarlet. And we're going to lose audio completely for a second. So in a second, goodbye, everybody. But if we don't come back, the stream will start again in a couple minutes. All right. We're getting there. I think we have system audio back. Are we back and better? I'm not seeing waveform on audio on YouTube. They should be able to hear me on YouTube. Much better, but now they can't hear me on YouTube. So what's going on with that? Or on TikTok they can't hear me. Device not available. Can I try again?
YouTube saying it's fine.
Yeah, let's just switch audio devices for a second on TikTok.
Why are you still fucking with it?
Because it wasn't connecting again. All right.
Talk about a way to farm engagement. Look at that chat rate.
Yeah. Hey, at least taxpaying American has been patient.
Is this crackling?
Audio mixer. Audio signal processing.
Yeah, I think that what that means is Jessie needs another table and also canned air for this hairy keyboard, by the way.
Yeah, we got to do it.
Had to do it to him.
Had to do it.
YouTube, you can stay.
Yeah, YouTube, you guys are fine. We just have to restart TikTok. And I think we have to restart the live studio. So let's do that. We might have to refresh our screen captures over on YouTube because they're gonna lock up.
Wait, why do you have to?
Because I can't get TikTok to recognize the audio interface at all, so I have to restart it. But OBS, I've done this before, and I think OBS will automatically redetect the screen capture of the TikTok window, and we'll get video back in just a second. So I'm aware on YouTube that I'm not visible right now.
Oh my God, where is he?
Yeah, we're gonna see what taxpaying American wants. I'm not even like up to date on his like whole deal. I just know he's been kind of making the rounds.
Oscar's taking his shirt off and running.
Things are getting hot and heavy here in the
He's
studio.
pouring barbecue sauce on himself.
Okay, here we go. I think we're back on. Are we going to get our video back? We should. There we go. All right. I should just be able to hit go live, and we should be right back in. What a day we're having. My goodness. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. We're back.
Look at the fan funding.
Oh, shit. Ow. Where did it go? Docs, give me the chat. Give me the chat back. Where did the chat go? I just lost it.
Just annihilated the chat.
Oh, tools. Yeah, it says the chat's on screen. Where is the chat?
Here, let me just pull it up for you.
Turn chat off.
I reached my time limit on
Oh,
YouTube.
there it is. Let's get this broken out. There we go. We fixed it. Holy shit. Somebody sent me $50. No audio still. Wait, hold on. We still have no audio on TikTok, so we need to fix that. Device settings. This one. There we go. Now we have audio on TikTok. Do we have audio on TikTok? Does it sound good? Those are the questions. I think we have fixed the problem, and I think I should thank. Who do I have to thank for this? Holy shit. Amaranthia says new equipment fund for $50. Thank you so much for that. I will say this is not the nicest interface I own. This is the Studio B interface. The Studio A interface is actually a better one than this one. I don't know what caused that problem though. That was a new one. But thank you so much. We will spend it on gear. Because we got gear to buy this month. Bandit sent $2 to say Rice Krispies fund in case you need a new mic. Yeah, I don't think might be the interface. That old Scarlett is hanging on for dear life. All right, let's get the multi-guest request queue open. Let's get the 2 accounts back in the corner as we do on every show, Jessie, and then I bet tax-paying Americans are already waiting in the queue. Wait, hold on. My controls. There we go. All right, you can add those in the order you're supposed to add them because you remember.
It's so nice that tax-paying American has been waiting so patiently, but he's gonna have to wait for one more call.
No. I think we should go right to him. I think that's.
Oh, so the phone line queue is just a joke to you?
You know what? People have been waiting for the tax-paying American thing.
Oh, and our call that came in at 11:10 a.m. has it been waiting? No, sorry.
I'm making the call. We're gonna talk to tax-paying American first.
The chat is revolting.
No one wants TPA.
It is literally every other because I see.
Okay, wait, hold on.
TPA.
Let's poll the chat. Let's say put in the chat TPA or caller, and we're gonna look at both chats, and we're gonna see if people want TPA or the caller who's in the queue who got here first.
The TikTok chat is like literally every other message. Oh my god, yeah. TPA reluctantly.
Let's see if TPA's fans are committing voter fraud. They always do. Not TPA, I don't know his fans, but I just mean oppositional people. They always commit voter fraud in the chat by voting more than once. There's lots of votes though. It's hard. It's kind of split, man. I don't know. YouTube says caller, TikTok says TPA.
Oh, it's all caller on YouTube.
There's some TPA on.
No, I see one.
All right. Yeah, I'll let you make the call, Jessie. My vote is TPA. I don't want him to say I'm a runner, but I'll let you. You're producer
TPA,
today.
I bet that our call that came in is going to be a short one. So TPA, hang on, and we're just going to see because our caller could be non-opposition.
Yeah, they could just be.
They quite often are.
Yeah, we just got the phone line working. We gotta respect those. Maybe we're just farming engagement by asking. We already decided what we're gonna do. Oh, he left. He ran. He doesn't have the patience to talk to Oskar Quentin. Maybe he can come back later. All right, are you pushing that call through?
Yeah. All right, pushing.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Oskar Quentin Show. How old are you?
57.
57. Do you support Trump?
Absolutely.
What's your name?
Does that matter?
You can
James?
James, I just want something to call you. Just normally when I talk to my TikTok callers, there's at least a username, even if it's something silly for me to call them. So I just been trying to remember to ask for a name when I take the phone callers. You're 57. You support Trump. Why do you support Trump?
Well,
I guess obviously you don't. So
I don't.
guess my first question would be why don't you?
I cannot think of
And
a
then I can
single.
answer that.
I cannot think of a single domain where I care about the performance of the president where he is not worse than Kamala Harris.
Okay, well, come up with one.
His character is very bad. Yeah,
Okay,
I think
okay.
we can go with if immigration's important to you, whichever.
Hold on.
Whichever.
We're going to start with character because you brought up character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I personally don't feel that it's kind of like hiring an attorney. If you can sit in a room with a good attorney and not get nauseous, you got the wrong guy.
What?
If you feel good about your attorney, if you get arrested for something and you have to hire an attorney, let's just be honest. You need a guy that's going to get you off, right? You're not looking for a guy that's going to be honest and get run over in court.
Yeah.
You want somebody who's going to get you off.
Yeah. I just don't
Correct?
look at the president that way.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, I don't think he's done anything terrible. Do I agree with everything that he's done? No.
Well, I'm not interested in these like vague positions about like, oh, you know, everything he's done is good or bad. I just don't accept your analogy at all. I don't think that a lawyer serves the defendant and then a public servant serves the public, and that's just fundamentally different. President's supposed to serve everybody.
That's what he's doing. He's doing it in the way he is doing it, the way he thinks it needs to be done. He's not doing it.
I'm sorry. Are we talking about his policies and his performance as president, or are we talking about character? Because you said you wanted to talk about character.
And that was my statement about
his character suggests to me.
When I am hiring an attorney, I want an attorney that's going to take care of me.
Right. Trump's track record does not show. I don't think you're listening. Trump's character.
Are you going to let me talk, or are you going to talk over me? Are you going to let me talk?
Let's hear it.
When I vote for a president, I want somebody who's going to do the best thing for this country. Regardless of feelings.
Okay.
I didn't vote for him.
Trump's character suggests to me he's not going to do that. Trump's character suggests to me he's not going to do that.
What has he done that is so terrible?
Raped a woman?
What? Give me a specific. Okay, let's talk about immigration.
I thought you wanted to talk about his character. No, and then I bring up the fact that he raped a woman. You're immediately like, nope. You didn't let me talk. You didn't let me talk about his character.
Okay, you tell me about his character.
He raped a woman. Half the people in the country are women. He's not going to serve half the women in the country well, or half the people in the country well. I don't think a rapist is somebody who you should.
Who did he rape?
E. Jean Carroll.
And he was convicted of rape.
You know, the statute of limitations had expired, so they weren't able to get a criminal conviction. They had a civil litigation where they determined that he did do what E. Jean Carroll alleged, which any reasonable person would consider a rape, and multiple judges have ruled it's acceptable to call a rape because most people define rape in that way, even though the courts in New York a few years ago didn't. So yeah, he did a thing that any reasonable person would consider rape. He was found civilly liable of that in a court, and I just think that that's enough to say that somebody shouldn't be president.
Okay, well, what about Joe Biden then? I mean,
was Joe Biden found? Was he found civilly liable? Was he found civilly liable of any sex crimes?
There was something with his granddaughter, I believe.
Yes or no? Was he found civilly liable? What I specifically said is that being found civilly liable of something, you needed a criminal conviction for Trump. That's what you asked. Suddenly you're bringing up Biden, and you don't even need a civil litigation.
Number one, that's not a criminal conviction.
Was Biden convicted? Was Biden convicted of anything?
If his own daughter said it.
Okay. Why is it? Why answer this question directly? Why is it?
So why is one
I'm
more
asking you a
damning than
question.
the
Shut
other?
your mouth and listen. I'm not going to let the call proceed unless you answer my question. Why is it? Oh, he ran. I was going to ask him why is it that he needs a criminal conviction for Trump, but he doesn't even need a civil litigation for Biden. It's just like not even that. Anyway, is taxpaying American still here? Or is he just a coward who's gonna say that Oskar Quentin ran? People are gonna have to go watch episode 129 to see that Oskar Quentin did not run from taxpaying American.
I'll find his ass. Hold on.
Yeah, get him in here. I've been waiting. He's just a fucking Charlie Kirk wannabe. Like, to a greater degree than anybody else I've ever seen on this platform. Like, that dude, like, I can picture the shrine he has to the man in his closet. So he can go in there and feel okay about the ways he feels.
What's his username? Is it the real TPA?
Real TPA was like the display name. I don't know what the actual username is. I don't give a fuck about the guy or following him. That caller was a bitch. He ran. All right, YouTube donations. $5 from Bandit to say Q Kronos for a comment. Oskar covering himself in barbecue sauce. Yep. Bandit also sent $2 to say we all need a guy to get us off. Yeah, he was saying he needed badly for someone to get him off. I reject the premise that Donald J. Trump could get anyone off. Oh. And Anarcha Heathen sent $5 to say O.J. Simpson was acquitted of killing his wife, but found liable for killing her. We all know he did it. Yeah. He just wasn't interested in anything other than the script he brought me. Like, seriously, if you can't deal with being told to shut your mouth by a grown man, like, fucking get, like, talking about the president being a rapist, dude. Like, get over yourself. Infectious Bites sent $10 to say, bet all his links will be for asylum seekers. Probably. Which are, like, just not that many people. Man, I was a little excited for the TPA guy. I've seen him on Dean and stuff. He's a loser. He just regurgitates Charlie Kirk talking points. So I was kind of interested in seeing how that was going to go. But I think we're going to talk to Necro CA for now. See if they're a Trump supporter and are serious. Hello, how old are you? Hello.
Why?
We're just going to see what David wants today. Everybody be nice to David so he doesn't run right away.
How is the grift going today?
It's going well.
You making money?
Mm-hmm.
You got enough to buy health insurance yet?
Why do you think it's like such a dunk that I don't have health insurance?
Most adults that are actual grown men have health insurance. Children don't, but are babies and don't take responsibility for their own lives. But most intelligent, educated people do have that.
Okay, you know what?
Why don't you?
Because I'm not so interested in telling you.
Why don't you have it?
I'm not super interested in telling you.
You're a child.
I'm sorry. Are you interested in talking back and forth or not? You're gonna let me participate in this conversation,
I'm only
David?
gonna talk to a freaking grown adult.
David, let's poll the chat. Yes or no in the chat. Do you think that David is the one do you think that David is the one that looks like a grown adult for dunking on me for not having health insurance? Yes or no? Just let me know in the chat if that makes him look like the big boy on the call. All right. How about this, David? How about this, David?
Is having health insurance important?
David, I'm uninterested in discussing my personal finances with you anymore.
Why
I have
not?
done it enough. Please tell me why you support Trump.
You're calling yourself very educated and smart, yet you don't have that.
I'm just not interested in talking about my personal finances with you anymore.
Thinks you don't need it.
I didn't say that I don't need it. You have this one little.
Why don't you have it? They offered you a teaching
keep kick chat. The David joke is old. He's going to stick on this thing forever.
How much money is in your Roth IRA?
This is how smart you are. They offered you a teaching position that had benefits, and you said, no.
David,
I would rather grift on TikTok.
I'm going to mute, which I don't do very often on the show. Chat, let me know. Yes or no to a permaban. Yes or no for a permaban of David, because I'm just tired of him calling in and saying I don't have health insurance as though it's a dunk. Like, it's fucking, like, I think I'm done with David. Like, if it's 3 times in a row that he's just called in and told me about my health insurance, and it's just like, yeah, dude, like I used to decide between rent and food, so health insurance wasn't a priority. That wasn't that long ago. The like enrollment cycle for health insurance is longer than the time I've been not choosing between food and rent, because I've only been doing this a short time. So like, if you think that that's a dunk, you're just going to dunk on me for being poor. Why don't you go outside and go spit on a homeless person and see how they like it? Like, I'm just not doing like fucking, let's talk about Oscar's personal finances. I've even thrown him the bone of like talking about that, like just being honest and straightforward about what, like that sort of thing. And it's just not worth him coming on and talking over me and just saying like laughing about it. The fact that it brings him joy that people in this country don't have health insurance, like, I mean, shows his fucking character, but we knew his character. Spooby sent $5 to say, new rollerblades for Oscar's cat or something. Keep up the riveting rhetorical rabble rousing. Just like send me the most obnoxious thing I could spend the money on to piss off the trolls who think I'm actually going to spend it that way. Like, more baby oil, more baby oil. Michael sent $5 to say David is such a bitch. Yeah, I just don't even feel like calling him a bitch anymore. It does a disservice to how fun that joke is to call him a bitch for that, because it's just like so not entertaining. Let's see what the mod Will has to say. How you doing, Will?
I don't want to take up too much of your time, but looks like David ran out of here. Oh, he's back. Sweet. Now I can permaban him. I just wanted to get the block.
Oh, yeah. Let's just ban him. Thank you, dude.
And done. Bye, bitch, David. See you later.
Bye. There will be more bitches on this show, I promise. Just not David.
Yep.
I'm just over it.
Also, well, if he ever does make it back up here on an alternate account or something, ask him how much unemployment he has left.
Catch you later, Will.
I'll see you later.
Art by Al sent $5 to say, oh yes, my favorite thing about being a lawyer is making my clients nauseous. And Sue sent $1 to say, holy shit, David is a bitch and a gross ball sack. Yeah, he's just, if that's the only shtick he's gonna do, he's banned. Like, I'm just not fucking interested. Like, if it makes him feel better that I don't have health insurance, then it just proves that he's a bitch. All right. Taxpaying American ran. Couldn't wait his turn because he thought he was so important that he got to... he thought he was so important that he got to skip the queue on my show, and I almost let him. And when the audience and my producer said, no, we shouldn't let him skip the queue, he ran. What a self-important bitch taxpaying American is for running in such a cowardly, impatient fashion. Herschel sent $2 to say, David sucks. I don't even think we should call him a bitch anymore. It's just, well, no, so they're saying, nah, my mic was fucked up. No. He waited for me to troubleshoot the sound issues. He came back after the restart when we were working again, and then he left the moment the decision was made to take one more call in front of him. So he doesn't consider it worth waiting for one call, which wasn't even a very long call, to discuss anything with me. So maybe he'll be back, but I will, but he's a runner for now is the verdict. And thank you, Jammer Bakes, for the monthly member message. Adding to the grift, also Jessie Mayor Fund. Thank you. Jessie's going to be mayor of Minnesota. Eventually.
Someday.
When there is such a position. Anything over on Buy Me a Coffee? Nothing. Oh, we got Elena Bana 18. Is that a friendly? If you are a friendly, get out of the queue. If you are opposition, stay in the queue. And then I will click on your name and I'll have you up. Make more excuses. What excuses are we talking about? Are you talking about the people in the chat making excuses for TPA? Yeah, he's like, you know when there's like every now and then you like rent a movie because you think it's that movie you want to watch, but you realize it's just like a $25,000 budget remake of that movie that's shitty. You ever get caught by that, Jesse? You ever like rent a movie and realize it's not like the action flick you wanted? It's like some bullshit like bootleg version of it.
Not since like Blockbuster, and we would like pick them up off the shelves.
Sure, it's happened to me like browsing movies late at night where I spend like $2.99 on a movie on YouTube, and I should have known that because it was $2.99 instead of $3.99 that it was bullshit. I feel like taxpaying Americans like that movie version of Charlie Kirk. Like,
whoa,
what?
Whoa.
That's the impression that I've gotten like watching him on Dean and stuff, is just like It's fucking Timu Charlie Kirk.
Are you hearing a ringing, or do I just have tinnitus again?
I think that's just you. Though I'm an older person than you, Jessie. Maybe you hear it and I don't because I'm getting older. I can't hear those high frequencies. Yeah.
Me neither. Fun fact: I have a little hearing loss.
Yeah. Only one kind of dog whistle has gotten louder as I've gotten older. Bandit sent $2 to say, "A la Elf, bye David. I hope you find your dad." A la Elf. I don't know if I was supposed to do an impression for that one. Sometimes I don't get the reference. Sometimes people say, read it like this or do this song, this tune, this melody, and I just like can't. I don't know it.
Buddy the Elf. Bye, David. Hope you find your dad.
Thank you, Jessie. But we talking Will Ferrell?
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't seen that movie in too long. That's like one of my favorite Christmas movies, though. I gotta watch that.
Hot take: I hate that movie.
Really?
Yeah. I don't like Will Ferrell. I'm sure he's a fine human. I don't know. I just don't think his type of humor is funny to me.
I like Will Ferrell. He's one of those people who like that sort of toilet humor, like Step Brothers and stuff. So many movies of that era don't age well. Like when you watch them, it's like, oh, not one of these jokes passes muster today. They're all problematic. Whereas a movie like Step Brothers, I think, is still good. There's like a couple jokes in there that are a little like, this movie's from 2010 or whatever it is. But I think among that crowd, he stands out as somebody who's just like stood the test of time a little bit better. Because it's good, it's actually good humor, even if it is juvenile, as opposed to a lot of like.
Will Ferrell's best thing that he ever did. He said, "You're a public figure now. Don't admit you don't like Will Ferrell." The best thing that Will Ferrell ever did was voice Megamind. That movie is a cinematic masterpiece, and I will die on that hill.
I still really like Step Brothers. Step Brothers. Somebody said in the chat that it's cozy humor, and that's like if I want to be comfortable for an evening, relax and enjoy a movie that I've seen before, Step Brothers is always a good pick. Shannon sent $1 to say citrus bioflavonoids for tinnitus. I do have tinnitus, but I'm not hearing it today. John C. Reilly's greater than Will Ferrell. Look, you can have an opinion about that. You don't need to think one or the other's better. To be reasonable, I think you need to think they're both funny, though. Megamind
should have been big. No, I'm back. I'm so on it. Megamind should have been better, but it was overshadowed by the release of Despicable Me, which, don't get me wrong, I don't hate Despicable Me. I love Steve Carell, but that movie just like had the extra like kid element. Megamind had actual humor, actual like these really funny bits throughout the movie, but since it didn't get caught like Despicable Me did, it didn't get sequeled to death. And therefore, I think it even more so cemented its place in cinematic history. But yeah, like my old shul will never not make me laugh.
Lucky Phil sent a couple of coffees that went cold because I wasn't looking. $2 to say, get another device to play stream, then use a source with sound and send that to Facebook. Yeah, I could just copy the stream. Like we could use a laptop to like just steal the stream from YouTube and pass it to Facebook. Like that would work technically. That's actually a solution that if we're gonna have to restart, we may as well just like get it right. We got callers, but here we are, it's noon, we've got 2 hours left, and maybe we will wrap early today and just go like get something figured out for Facebook. I'd prefer to not have to create more clutter in here. We're already using the only other laptop that's in the room for that, for the phone line, because my laptop's not here today. Lucky Phil sent $2 again to say no need to restart, leave the stream as is, use another computer to play the same thing. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We should start also streaming on Facebook, because that one's just going to be so easy to add, and I already have 100,000 followers there. We should probably do that before we add Twitch. Jason sent $2 on Venmo to say, Megamind is goated, immense Jessie W. Also, we don't talk about the sequel. Oh, things are rolling in. See, now we're just doing donation reads. Goji sent $2 to say, need the top 25 films from Oscar. Oh, dude, there's 250 films on my list of 25 top favorite films. It's going to get messy. Children of Men might be my favorite movie, though. I love a movie that takes place in a not so distant future, that where now I can watch the movie living in that not so distant future and judge. And Children of Men really stands out to me as like dystopia that kind of got the state of affairs right. The fact that the bad guys in Children of Men resemble ICE agents is fucking crazy, and that they're going after Fugees, the illegal refugees or whatever in the movie are considered the underclass, the scapegoats in that movie.
On that same vein, I got clowned on one time by like an art major because he said it was just very like, I don't know if gauche is the right word, that my favorite movie is Inglourious Bastards. He was like, it's just for like people who want to watch Nazis get, you know, and it just makes you feel good about yourself. I'm like, yeah.
Oh no.
I'm having a bad day. I want to watch that. Sorry. Makes me feel good inside.
I want my Nazi scalps.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Millennial Trucking sent $10 to say hello from KCMO, Kansas City, Missouri. Is that right?
That seems right.
I think that's right. Hello. Chronos sent $2 to say, aye, tinnitus buddies, Jessie. I think we all got tinnitus. Too many shows for all of us. Sean has been a member for a month and used their monthly member message to say Stranger Than Fiction is definitely his best film. I don't think I've actually seen that one. I've not seen all of his. Josh sent $5 to say, the best work Farrell ever did is his impression of W on SNL, the best presidential satire of its time. Very good. Yeah.
Funny on
yeah.
SNL.
His Bush was fantastic. Alec Baldwin's Trump is not of the same era, but also really good before he got fired for accidentally shooting somebody. Bandit sent $10 to say, if you hate Will Ferrell, watch him in Stranger Than Fiction. It's far enough removed from his typical acting like Jim Carrey doing number 23. Also feeling melancholy. Kevin.
The last bit.
I
don't get the last
Neither do
bit,
I.
But I will watch Stranger Than Fiction.
Kevin sent $5 to say, use the Step Brothers quote to crash for guest crash outs. Hey guest, you know what's good for crash outs? If you lick my butthole. No, that'll get them excited. They'll think that they're gonna get to lick my butthole. Yeah, and they all want to lick my butthole. Clearly.
Oh my God! It is from Megamind, and I missed it.
Oh, yeah. My brain doesn't do the pulp culture references as well as I'd like it to. I always miss them. Clara, stay in the queue if you're opposition, and I'll click your name.
I have seen Megamind probably 400 times, and I missed the reference. I think I need to quit my job and move countries.
I don't think it's necessary for this particular job. Isamax sent $2 to say, always wear ear protection, even in the crowd. Of course, yeah. Well, I'm at a lot of shows because I'm a musician, so I'm pretty selective about the times I take the earplugs out. But sometimes I do just because I want to.
Boo!
Just because I want to hear.
No. I take them out only when I'm performing because sometimes I can't hear the monitors with
that's
regular
different,
earplugs.
but yeah. All right, we'll see if Claire's a Trump supporter. I hope she is. Hello, how old are you?
I'm 20.
20? 20?
Yes.
Okay, are you a Trump supporter?
A little.
Do you have a Bluetooth device connected?
No.
Oh, I was getting an echo. It's gone away now, though. A little bit a Trump supporter, do you think? I mean, are you glad that he's president? Are you glad that he won instead of Kamala Harris?
Yes.
There's music in the background that's going to have to go for you to stay.
I'm sorry. Give me a second. That's okay?
Yeah, you sound good. So you're glad that Trump is president? Is that the case?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Abortion.
You don't want women to have autonomy over their bodies?
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Well, I mean, that is what you want.
Fuck you.
That is what you want, though.
Fuck you.
Okay.
What do you mean I don't want a woman to have
A woman is pregnant. Do you want her to have a choice about whether or not she stays pregnant?
No, because it is a baby.
I don't think it is a baby. I don't ascribe personhood to underdeveloped fetuses.
Fetus is a baby. I agree. Embryo and zygote isn't a baby.
Yeah, I just think that I don't think we should consider the rights of a human when they're like under 20 to 24 weeks developed and they don't have consciousness.
I think abortion shouldn't be legal until 18
Why is my chat saying that your page is full of thirst traps about Dean Withers?
Because I love Dean Withers. I do. I am not gonna deny it.
He wants women to be able to choose.
I know, but I hate Parker.
Okay.
And he also wants to have women to have to choose.
Do you live in the United States?
Yep.
What time is it?
Right now?
What time is it right now?
Second 13.
Second 13. What? Why are you
Sorry,
doing this?
I'm bored.
That's shitty. It's shitty
Too
that this
bad.
is how you spend your time when you're bored. I'm sad for you that's... I wish that people like you had something better to do with yourselves when you're bored. You should get a hobby.
I don't like hobbies.
I think you'd be a less miserable person if you had a hobby to do instead of this when you're
How
bored.
do you know I am a miserable person? Maybe this makes me laugh.
If this makes you laugh, I think you have to be a miserable person to start with.
I think if you go to the internet and tell people how they should vote, you should be a miserable person.
Yeah, I don't think that follows. I think I care a lot about the way that elections affect quality of life for people. I think that my passion for this comes from my concern for people who are affected by those policies, and I think that that's because I'm not lonely. I think that's because I'm connected to my community, both locally and as a citizen of Earth. I think it's a much less sad and lonely perspective that makes me want to behave that way.
Yeah, but I think that it isn't your choice. How you say that women should have a choice, but when is it to the vote, they shouldn't have a choice?
I do want people to have their choice to vote. I just think that it's important for people to understand that a lot of what the news and social media tell them is bullshit. So I, throwing my hat in the ring, trying to get out there and convince people of some more reasonable perspectives so that they make better choices when they vote.
I think that's miserable.
Yeah, I disagree.
So do I. I am not miserable.
Okay.
So you wanna kick me or something?
I don't know. I still just wish I could understand better the fact that people like you who clearly aren't all that convicted about your beliefs, because you wouldn't be thirst glazing Dean in all your videos if you actually were strongly convicted about abortion. You'd consider him quite a villain if you were convicted about your beliefs about abortion. So that tells me that you're not actually convicted about these things. You're just fucking around on here, which is fucking miserable, because I think you know that there's lots of people who are really seriously affected by these things, and you don't care about those people.
I think Dean is a villain, but he is a handsome villain.
So you lack the conviction required to not care about how attractive you found a person?
Yes.
That's shitty.
Yeah, I know.
That's a deep character flaw.
I know, but I don't care.
Clearly. Thanks, Bandit, for the $5 on YouTube Super Chat. If you think an underdeveloped fetus is a baby, next time you want a sandwich, just slap some ham and cheddar between a couple pieces of raw dough. No. I don't think that analogy is going to work. I don't think she cared much about abortion. I don't actually believe that she's, cared that much. Nurse Elliott sent $1 to say, Oscar, it's time for the daily ooh-woo practice. Hope yins are well. Ooh-woo. I'll get better at the ooh-woo, I promise. And Julian sent $2 to say, I recommend streaming to Kick before Twitch. It's much more of a cesspool for MAGA. Twitch tends to be a hive for gooners more than anything else. Am I allowed to say gooners on TikTok? Don't ban me, TikTok. I said it twice. David sent $5 to say, the campaign with Will Ferrell is pretty funny political farce. When he punches a baby, accidentally still cracks me up. I haven't seen that one either. Man, we're starting a war about Will Ferrell in the chats today. Kevin sent $3. Thank you for the $3. Another Step Bros quote. This is how Screech would say something nice to you. I'm not great at this Hallmark stuff, Oscar, but when I look at you now, I don't want to kick you in the head quite as much. That's the other brother, right? What's that actor's name? Can't remember.
Why are you asking me? I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Trav6511. Do we have a permanent ban on him? I know he sucks, but I can't remember why. We'll give him another chance. Trav, how old are you?
Hey, how's it going, man?
All right. How old are you?
37.
I was thinking of Adam Scott. Thank you, chat. Why do you support Trump?
Well, I don't know. I don't really support anybody like at the top of our government. I think they're all shit.
Fair.
I will say Trump did fool me. I thought he was a little bit different. I thought he was gonna clean the swamp a little bit. That was obviously a lie. Yeah, I have absolutely no faith in the leaders of the Democratic Party. I think they're all shitty, evil people.
Okay. Why do you think Trump is better?
I mean, it does kind of come down to immigration.
Just going to take a moment to thank Lucky Phil for the coffee that I let get cold. Where'd tax-paying American go? Come here, puss puss. Yeah, tax-paying American ran. Sorry, immigration? You care about immigration?
Yeah. But I don't even really want to talk about immigration. I was listening to the show yesterday. You were talking a little bit about like First Amendment stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And how you essentially, from what I gathered, you kind of want to, it sounded like you kind of want to make certain changes about certain types of speech.
Yeah, I think that technology has developed in such a way that the First Amendment, as it's written, doesn't do a very good job protecting everyday people's right to freedom of speech.
So what kind of changes would you like to make?
I'm not even 100% sure. I just think that the problem we have is that when we think about like the public square, that you're allowed to go like stand on a soapbox and preach from the street corner about what you want, it's that used to literally be the public square. It used to literally be the street corner. It used to literally be distributing pamphlets in your neck of the woods. Like that's how it worked in the past. But now the town square is privately owned. It's TikTok, it's YouTube, it's Instagram, it's these like enormous companies. So I think we need to figure out some mechanism of addressing the fact that there's a very small number of powerful and elite individuals and corporations that really seriously control the speech of everybody. Like you and I are having a conversation where I would really prefer for you and I to be able to say genuinely any combination of words that we want, but we don't get to do that because we're on TikTok and like YouTube. But TikTok's the most aggressive filter. So I've had to learn how to live with this TikTok filter to the point where I accidentally say words like unalive, like in person, like when I'm talking to people, which is embarrassing. So I'm we need to figure that out because I just think it's quite problematic for everybody that we have a small number of private entities controlling everybody's speech.
And I totally kind of understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, man, that opens up a very, very slippery slope.
Mm-hmm. It does, which is why I'm open to reasonable discussion about it. I think it's very reasonable to say that it's a huge problem that we don't really have freedom of speech in the way that we used to. I mean, I'm looking at mechanisms to like leverage the growth of my platform to get myself platformed in a way that isn't controlled by TikTok or YouTube or something like that. That's the way I'm thinking forward, especially after the midterms. I'm a little bit worried about these organizations getting more strict about what we can say.
And I think you and I kind of get like, I feel like you were talking a little bit more yesterday about like some of like the misinformation stuff.
I do. This is a very separate argument about like, I guess, free speech because like that whole thing I just described is really just about everyday people being able to speak to a wide audience about what they believe without going through some sort of corporate filter. My whole thing about like lies to the public is I think we have a mechanism to prevent, say, people from lying on the floors of Congress or in a courtroom. You can be held in contempt of Congress or held in contempt of court for lying. But and I don't think that lying should be illegal, like across the board. But I do think that it is a huge hole in our system that we recognize you shouldn't be allowed to lie in court. There should be consequence for that. You shouldn't be allowed to lie in Congress. There's consequence for that. But the fact that you can run for office and lie to your constituents, that I think is a problem.
Do you think it's do you think, like, I'm going to give you this as an example. During COVID, when like CNN is like on the air demonizing drugs like ivermectin, Like,
I don't think that demonizing is an appropriate word to refer to an inanimate object. Demonizing has to do with intent and evil and stuff like that, and I just think it's a word that should be applied to like individuals, not a substance.
Did they mischaracterize that particular drug to like?
I'm not familiar with everything that CNN said about ivermectin, but if your concern is that they told the public that it's not a proven method for treating COVID or something like that, that'd be accurate if they said that.
No, they completely lied about it and said that it was a horse dewormer. Which is absolutely false.
It is used to treat parasites in horses.
There is a version of it, but there is also a version of it that has won a Nobel Peace Prize, has been prescribed to there have been billions.
When you say a version, is it a chemically different version of it? Or is it a different dosage administered in a different way?
I'm not 100% sure on that, but
okay, because to say that ivermectin is a medication that's used to treat parasites in horses and other animals, including humans, by the way, is just true.
Primarily in humans.
Okay. I think when news agencies reported that people were using horse dewormer, the reason they were saying it is because it's easier for people to get their hands on horse medications without a prescription than human medications. So that's why they were using horse dewormer, in the same way that people who can't afford antidepressants will get their dog on antidepressants because they use the same antidepressants for dogs, and then they will just use their dog antidepressants for themselves. So when they say dog antidepressants, it's because it says dog on the bottle, but the medicine itself is still an antidepressant. What's up, Jessie? You have some expertise on that?
Hey, do you know why it won a Nobel Peace Prize? I couldn't verify that, but I can see why it was like regarded as like a wonder drug. Do you know why that is?
Well, actually, ivermectin didn't. I did say that wrong. It was actually like I believe it was ivermectin, which was the drug that came prior to ivermectin. It's ivermectin.
Do you know why it was so important?
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Do you know why it was?
Because it helped a lot of people.
It did in like third world countries, because they deal more with parasitic infections than we do. It was able to become like a sweeping help to those countries because it had so much, because people were dying from these. But the way that ivermectin and its precursor ivermectin work is it binds to, and let me bring this back up because I'm a little rusty on it. Yeah, it gains or it binds to specific nerve channels that only happens in invertebrates. So it doesn't affect vertebrates, which is us and our animals. But these worms are invertebrates, like they don't have a spine. And so it can enter the channels within the nerves and stop them from sending signals and kill things that aren't a vertebrate. So that's why it's so important, because it doesn't hurt us, but it helped a lot of people suffering from these parasitic infections that they were getting from, it looks like, river water most often.
Yeah, but when you have mainstream media mischaracter, it was so early in COVID and everybody was in such a scramble, and to mischaracterize a drug that
in what way did they mischaracterize the drug?
They classified it as purely a horse dewormer.
See, I feel like you're editorializing that because we went down this whole rabbit hole about how it is a dewormer that is used in horses, and I brought up this example about how some people use medications that are like through veterinary clinics because they're easier to get your hands on than prescription drugs for humans. So like we went through all of that, and now you're restating the claim where you said that they mischaracterized it as only this or only that, and you're just adding that because it defeats our argument against that. But like I don't think you can find me an example of CNN saying something about ivermectin that's false.
I do want to restate that
I bet you I could.
People were calling it a horse dewormer because the mechanism and that it works. I think somebody in chat phrased it a little bit better for me. And it's gone. It's so gone.
Yeah.
But basically, it only works on things that have nerves. Viruses and bacteria aren't complex enough life forms for this to interfere with them. And people were talking about using it for COVID. COVID's a virus. So viruses aren't even technically alive, depending on who you ask. Like, this scientific community is kind of split on whether or not we classify a virus as a living thing.
Gets pretty semantic when it comes to viruses on whether or not they're technically living.
But it doesn't have nerves. It doesn't have complex enough life structures for this drug to have any effect on it. And that's kind of where the issue came in, because people were saying that it could cure COVID. It can't. It, like, physically, the way that it kills parasites would have just no effect on a virus because of its lack of body structures.
Yeah. But again, I mean, the claim is that, like, if CNN's lying about ivermectin, but, like, you said you could go find an example of that, but, like, why don't you have one? Like, if that's what you're deciding. Like, we're talking about whether or not it's okay for politicians to lie to their constituents. That's how we got here. You brought up CNN, which is adorable considering, like, what, like, Fox News' track record of saying stuff that's just
absolutely trash, man.
right. They had to reclassify themselves as entertainment instead of news to avoid litigation about the misinformation they spread. So, like, I'm just like, no, I don't think that CNN talking about ivermectin is a good example of what I'm talking about.
All right. Well, I don't know. I don't think it was good for them to do that, because people do use it. It's been subscribed, and like I said, it was to just classify something only as a dewormer for animals.
But okay, you keep saying like humans are animals, so it is a dewormer for animals. Like, that's what it's for, and an anti-parasitic is not. Okay, and I covered the fact that it is true to say, hey, people are taking horse dewormers to do this because people had an easier time getting their hands on dosages.
Why did they leave the part out where they didn't say that, like, people use this drug a lot? Like, why did they leave that part out?
Well, because we also use it as a dewormer for humans. Topically, it can be used to treat topical parasitic infections. So, it listed the pathogens.
Like, this guy's snagged on this semantic point about the fact that CNN is reporting on people using horse dewormers because they are using a dewormer that is also used in humans, but people generally got their hands on by purchasing it for horses because that's easier. That's what's easier to do.
And the reason they were calling it horse dewormer is the dosage is different for humans and
so, like,
horses.
the actual product they're purchasing is horse dewormer, where the advice on the bottle is for horses. Like, that's what they're talking about. You're saying that, like, because they didn't put the asterisk on and say, oh, by the way, this is a medication that also is used in humans sometimes, but not for viruses, but for parasites. Like, that's such a fucking, like, grasping at straws attempt to say that CNN is misinforming the public, when I think you know that I'm talking about big lies. I'm talking about people saying that, like, countries are emptying their insane asylums into the United States, and that's where our illegal immigrants are coming from, or that illegal immigrants are in some way more dangerous to the public than other members of other residents of the country. Like, that's the type of shit that I'm talking about. I don't think, in my perfect world, politicians aren't policed on the wording of every little thing they say. I just think that we should address some of the big lies. We should say, hey, the courts have ruled that it's not fair to say that illegal immigrants are more dangerous than other residents. Please don't say that if you're running for office, or you'll get whatever consequences we set up for that. I think it should, at a certain point, become disqualifying if you continuously spew falsehoods that the courts have ruled on. That's, I think, the sort of system that we need.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do think it was a little bit bigger than you do, obviously, and that's fine.
I'm not going to sit here and say that, like, I'm not going to defend CNN outright. I'm sure that if I had my way about the rules around this sort of stuff, CNN would get in some trouble too. Like, I'm not a big fan. Like, I feel the same way about, like, the left-leaning major media as I do about the establishment Democrats, which is that they're shitty and biased and horrible and up to no good, but just in a way less serious way than the people on the right, and that the system that I want, like, for the future of this country would also prevent them from being shitty in that way. But I'm just not impressed with your CNN example. Like, not at all, dude.
That's fine. I mean, it was just a quick little example off the top of my head that mainstream media on both sides misinform the public, which can have, like, dramatic consequences. And,
right. So you agree that mainstream media, I would argue media of any kind, politicians, like, misinforming the public's bad. That can have really bad consequences. I think that more bullshit comes from the right than the left.
I'd actually probably agree with that.
Yeah, and as a result of that, the people on the right, the voters on the right, are more misinformed than the people who are voting on the left.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Case in point. That's why I run the show. It's to address that fact.
Okay.
To work against that by talking about what I believe is true and trying to teach people how to figure out what's true, even though CNN doesn't always give you the full truth. Fox rarely gives you any of the truth. The president certainly doesn't give you any of the truth.
Yeah, I think a lot of the Democrats don't give you a lot of truth either.
Yeah, but you just admitted like 30 seconds ago that it's a bigger problem on the right.
Slightly. Yeah, probably.
I think majorly.
That's fine.
I don't think it is fine. I don't think it's fine that that's the state of affairs, and I don't think it's fine that you and I are in disagreement about that. Like, I don't think that's an agree to disagree and move on type of thing. I think the idea that watching CNN gives you anywhere near as like fucked up a picture of the world as watching something like Fox News, that's ridiculous. Like, some percentage of what you see and think about the world will be wrong and biased and misguided if you only watch CNN or pick any other left-leaning organization. Compare that to how misguided you'll be watching Fox News. They're not in the same ballpark. You end up a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist who believes a bunch of tabloid nonsense that's obviously false if you're getting your information from anywhere other than Fox News. If you watch Fox News, if you watch CNN, you might come up with some like semi-unreasonable positions on things like gun control or whatever, like things that people tend to get their emotions a little too tied up with, in my opinion, on the left. You might see an unfair representation of some of the stuff that the Democrats are up to that I consider no good. You're not going to see much coverage about how bad Democrats treat the global South when they're in office. Like, there's like all these criticisms I have, but like most of what you learn on the day-to-day will have some semblance of connection to reality, whereas Fox News, to somebody like me who tries to take in as much as I can, looks like SNL. It's like a clown show that is completely disconnected from reality.
Yeah. I got to get back to work. My lunch just ran out.
Alrighty then.
I will potentially call in another time and talk about some more stuff we potentially disagree on.
Sure thing.
All right.
Got him to admit it. It was like an interesting pause when he was like, I was like, all right, because there's more bullshit coming from the right, the people who listen to that stuff and vote that way are more misinformed than the people on the left. And you could almost hear where he was like, oh, fuck, that like follows too directly for me to say otherwise. But maybe a W on that. He seemed receptive to it. I don't know. DeBlues sent a very stale $5 because it was about the previous thing. Since many zygotes have never reached blastocyst stage, apparently God didn't let them make the cut. If God doesn't value every zygote, why should we? Good point. Vet Tech Kate used their monthly member message to say, as a vet tech, ivermectin is used most commonly for parasites in horses and used commonly in dogs and cats as a heartworm prevention. There you go. Thank you for the expertise. Blancs sent $5 to say, caller just mischaracterized the award ivermectin won thanks to the nerd. Thanks to the nerd sesh. Yeah, just like, that's the thing. It's like, they'll be like, oh, but ivermectin won a Nobel Peace Prize. And I'm like, right, that doesn't mean it's effective at treating COVID. I don't think he was arguing that, but he was bringing it as this like, boom, ivermectin is good type of gotcha. And it's just like, no, like I don't care that it won a Nobel Peace Prize. That is interesting, but it is not relevant to what we're talking about. And Oskar Heathen sent $2 to say Fox News and CNN are not comparable examples. Yeah, I agree. Josh sent $5 to say, it's been shown that statistically, people who watch faux news are know less about current events than people who don't watch any news. So there's that. Yeah, they just get like amazingly misguided about it. It's watching Fox News that'll make you think that Charlie Kirk is the most important political assassination of the calendar year 2025, which he was not. Melissa Hortman was. Rest in peace. Do we have any callers? Do we have any missed calls on the call line?
I'm locked in.
No, you're not. You're locking in. Your laptop was fucking closed, Jessie.
I never close it.
You never close it? Fake. That's fake news, Jessie.
Oskar looked over here and I was studiously typing away while having a split screen with the call monitor on. He's lying. But there are no calls.
There are no calls. I say rap, and we figure out how to get on Facebook also. What do you think? What's your vote, Jessie?
Are we going back live if we figure out Facebook before 2?
Before 1, I'd say. That's 27 minutes from now. Maybe this episode will get a second parter, and that'll all go on the VOD today. Goodbye, everybody. Let me make sure I got all the donations read before we get out of here. Taxpaying American ran. All right.
Thank you, Portland, for whatever is kissing Oscar's face right now.
Yes, thank you for the gifts, everybody. Appreciate that very much. Kevin sent $2. I don't think I read that. You and your mom are hillbillies. This is a house of learned doctors. You are not a doctor. You're a big fat curly-headed fuck. I'm digging the Step Bros references in the.
Dude, I do have a 65-inch TV in my kitchen. Maybe me and Oscar have a movie day instead.
Hey, no, let's try to get live on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
I'll catch you guys tomorrow, 10 o'clock Central Time on TikTok and YouTube, and maybe also Facebook. Or maybe also not 10 o'clock tomorrow Central Time, maybe 26 minutes from now at 1 o'clock Central Time today. We'll see. Goodbye, TikTok, and goodbye, YouTube.